be the beacon through these turbulent seas.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Throne of Dawn 5 MOBA 5v5 tourney powered by Miko Gaming Official. We're back into the banger, and let me tell you, the quarterfinal stage is still going on, and today is the second day for the quarterfinal. We'll be grabbing up two more slots for the semifinals, and the first game, the first BO3, is between Team Havoc versus Team Was the Throne, where Was the Throne won the toss and will be going for the first pick. So in the first game. In the casting deck, it's your boy STZ joining with one of my favorite co-caster. But sadly, this will be our first casting. I mean, it's been a year we know each other, but it's like I'll be doing my first casting with her today. So, hello, Sarah. How are you?
Hello, Ash. That was a fun way to introduce actually, and thank you for it. And yep, equally as hyped as you are to be casting together for the first time ever, actually. So it's a pretty good match to be casting as well. Some friends on one side and known people on the other side. So both the teams are the rising teams in the scene currently. So yeah, it's definitely going to be something exciting to watch.
Of course, their strategy, their skills, and their synergy will be deciding the whole game for them in this Throne of Dawn, and they have already shown it very pretty well from the very beginning of the tournament, and now they're here for the quarterfinals. And here you are, guys. It's all set. Okay, it will take a little bit more time to get set. But the thing is, I mean, as you mentioned, very known names from one side, and of course, I mean, the OG's name were there. Let's see how this OG is gonna play this BO3 series, and it's more like when you're playing a BO3 series, you know, like you're going to reveal up some cards of yours in the first game, and the second game it's so interesting because the opponent side, your side also, you know, like they already revealed something, so you can go against them with those strategy, with those things in your mind. So let's see how who will be taking out the throne, who will be taking out the dawn here to represent themselves in the semifinals. But before that, Sarah, do you know, like, two teams already got selected yesterday? It is one of the team is uh, what was the Crimson Echoes, who managed to defeat NXM Prime, and the second one was, if I'm not wrong, it is Pick, who managed to defeat Seoul Esports with a 1-0. Like Seoul Esports gave a walkover yesterday, and that Crimson Echoes, they won a 2-0 clean sweep against NXM Prime, and those two teams are waiting for these two teams, or maybe one team from these two teams, because obviously they're going to clash with each other, and one team will be selected.
Exactly. Like, I believe that this tournament has seen a lot of underdogs perform really well, and they have somehow made it up into the top eight. And soon enough, the top four will be decided tonight after the two BO3s that we will be able to witness very soon. And while that's going on, honestly, what do you think, Ash, actually went wrong yesterday for teams like Seoul Esports and the opponent of Crimson Echo, that they weren't actually able to secure the top four? Like, for Seoul, we get it, they gave a walkover, but other than that, I believe that the underdogs have also been performing really phenomenally to be making it up this far.
Yeah, indeed. And now the main thing is, I mean, even if we have known some players from Havoc side, but I haven't seen any game of Was the Throne. It will be a pretty, I mean, fascinating from my side to see their gameplay, because I mean, I've been hearing about them from so many casters, so many players, that they're so good. And now we are entering into the draft stage, guys, and you can see it's a pretty good draft stage, because already the first planning phase is over, and Ishin Shin Chushin got picked up from the side of Havoc, whereas team Was the Throne going for the Gatot Kacha and the Hayabusa. A direct counter to the Ishin Shin. Last pick might be a Lapu Lapu or Esmeralda.
Yep, but that's actually definitely possible, especially the rise of the Esmeralda and the gold lane. That is something so very unique to see in the current meta, and the fact that it actually works out so well, is even more fascinating. The CC and Bane has been banned out, so Lapu or Esmeralda in the goal lane is one of the best choices, possibly. But then again, also depends on the comfort zone, and yep, Lay will just lock in onto his Kimmy in the mid lane. That's a very staple pick for the side of Watch the Throne, I believe.
Okay, of course. And this is the thing I'm about to tell, that this Arlot pick was so early, but it's more over to the EXP lane. And you know that somehow you can go with the Uranus, but still the Arlot having a little bit of more power spike against the Uranus. But there you go. A comfort for the Arlot. They were banning out the Phobias here. Kimmy coming in as well. But the main thing is into the mid lane, it will be the Kimmy will have the early game spike against the Jushin, but then into the team fight phase, it's more like if the Arlot finding a way to dive into the backline. It will not be easy for the Kimi though. But whereas the Hayabusa is still present in Was the Throne, maintaining the equilibrium for them because he can also dive into the Jushin. But the thing is, Crimson Bacon might be a thing which can counter out Dogi Shadow Kill. So
Exactly. Like Juxin is one of those tanky mid laners who has the damage and also has that extreme amount of utility, especially because of those constant knockups. Gatotkacha will definitely have a hard time, and even the Haya would be finding it difficult to take her down because that's just how versatile he is. Like you get the shadow onto her, you get the ultimate, but she's just gonna either use up the purify or just run back into her safe space using the Crimson Beacon, like you mentioned. As for the bans of the second phase, we should definitely be trying to see a Lapu ban or maybe the Esmeralda getting banned out, since Havoc doesn't really have a DPS kind of hero which can take down such tanky picks, and the Garkacha is already in the hands of Watch the Throne, so they will also be adding to that tankiness because Haya is a very squishy jungler, and even the Kimi is something that's gonna damage them from the backline. So they'll definitely be looking to pick up at least one or two more fighters.
okay, of course. And now we can see that Harith is getting banned, as you mentioned. It's a pretty good ban. Harith Phobius, this thing is so OG, Sarah, that I mean, it has been used a lot of times in the MPL PH, but nowadays, after the Harith getting nerfed, it's more like not Harith getting nerfed, it's more like the fighters getting buff and getting into the goal lane. So that's might be the thing. The Harith is not getting used more, but they ban out it. So it might be a, you can say, respect towards the throne. But as you mentioned, as I mentioned before as well, Lapu Lapu being a potential pick nowadays into the goal lane, of course, was been traded out in the first picking phase. So obviously, they'll not give any chance to What's the Throne to grab it up once again. So they're just going with the Lapu Lapu and Alo. They're having the Ishan Shin. What more they need? Cho onto the Rome, or are they planning for to go with the? I mean, Kalea. Kalea is open all this time.
Exactly. And like we were mentioning the Esmeralda in the goal lane, I think that is something exactly what we will be seeing this game. And even the EXP should be a fairly tanky pick with the Ruby getting picked up. That's an insane amount of crowd control, I would say. The Galkacha, the Ruby, all together is just going to be a very messy in the team fights. But then again, they'll also lack a little bit of range except for the Kimi, especially if the All-Out decides to dive in. The Yusunshin, he can go in and come out, but other than that, Team Havoc also has the Jukshin to initiate a team fight and possibly go in for the engage and then the disengage. But as for Team Watch the Throne, they have a fully dive in kind of comp. Only the Haya and the Kimi would be able to back off. So the rest of them would still be at the mercy of the Lapu Lapu, the Baxia, and rest of them when they dive in. So we'll have to see how the team fight is executed by either of these teams.
Yeah, of course. And this is the thing I was talking about. Team Havoc, that they might go for that pick off combo rates, and they went for that as well. The All Out, the Lapu Lapu, and now with the Bakshia coming in, it's more like the invasion, early game invasion. If you're going for the featured gameplay, I believe like if there will be the broken walls thing coming up, then it will be more easier for the side of Havoc. But at the same time, having the meta Gatot Kacha, Ruby onto the gold, might be a Ruby onto the gold or Esma onto the gold. I believe like it might be the Ruby.
Yeah, it is actually possible though that they send Ruby on towards the the goal lane. But then again, the Senti is usually their goal laner, but it all depends on what Watch the Throne wants to do here. On the other hand,
Welcome
though, Lapu
to
on towards the
MOBA
goal lane,
Legends.
definitely something we love to see. And with that,
5
ladies and
seconds till
gentlemen,
the
we are
enemy reaches
into
the
the Land
bomb.
of Dawn. The match is
Smash
going to
them.
be between Watch the Throne and Team Havoc, some very experienced players in the game tonight, and we'll be having a lot of fun. This is me, your caster Sarah, alongside the very talented, the young man, Ashtizi.
Thank you so much, Sarah, for the hype up. And now we are back into the game, guys, as is the third quarterfinal game, and we'll be getting our third slot for the semi-finalist. Let's see, we'll be grabbing it up. Team Was the Throne going against Havoc for the first game, and already, which I was expecting, the Kimi will be viable against the Jushin, but it's obviously one of the mage god playing at this point. Okay, guys, I glaze him a lot because I mean, the first time I played with him, I literally took a screenshot, I remember. So obviously, I glaze him a lot. Not like today, but before 2020 as well.
Yeah, like if you were to say about the recent days, the first time that I played with him, I was the one carrying the game, but it's okay. It happens. It happens. People get rusty, man. But okay, that's a quick early little flicker getting baited out because of Lay's poke damage. Lay's poke damage. Okay. That sounds funny, but the early gang would be coming in towards the goal lane itself. You are right. It is a Ruby on towards the goal lane. We did see the Haya rotate onto that side, but they do eventually back off and decide to focus on their farm for now.
But now a little bit of potential gang coming out from the goal lane, maybe because it's more like not to the goal lane, to the EXP lane. This is the thing. You know what? I'm getting confused every time when I need to see the turtle first. Like, where is the turtle? Because everywhere you see there is some fighters playing out. No goal lane, but Ogi Shadow Kill just got used. Revitalizing popping over as well. Mountain Shocker released.
Beautiful early kill secured onto the Yisun. Like initially, we thought that once the Mountain Shocker landed, the Hayabusa would be the one to go down. But then again, the backup coming in from Maru as well as Lei was a little too much for Havoc to handle. And now, oh look at Void, the man's ambitious even now, and he's down to half HP while Senti is chasing down his EXP laner. So they will have to really back off a little too quickly because team. Oh, what's the name? Oh, Team Was the Throne will definitely be back for the re-engage. Yep, there is the Ruby with the arm upset, and he's gonna be caught out low. But okay, not enough. He's just gonna be backing off.
Yeah, DG1. I mean, the follow-up was so good, even though you said about the Hayabusa, but now he'll be grabbing up the turtle there. The continuous burst coming up. The Mountain Shocker release as well. The Lapu Lapu, can he go back? No, it will be Angry. Angry will be taking out him from the map, executing him out. 2-0 the score is. They got the turtle as well. I mean, one neutral objective in the hand. Micro 2. Everything is settled for them in the early phase of the game.
Exactly, like every moment that you think that Havoc is gonna have a chance at winning the team fight and securing a kill, somehow or the other, even now, if you okay, did you just see that? The moment we talk about it, somehow or the other, Was the Throne comes and turns the tides around and secure a kill for themselves instead.
Of course, this Hayabusa is so aggressive for real. He's literally playing for the micro, not for the macro. Even though, I mean, he got secured the turtle as well. So how can I say, like, he's not playing for the macro? He's playing everything. He's totally centralized with his gameplay. But now, this is the thing I was talking about. Like, even though the Lapu is coming in, giving out the zone, fighting out there, but still, he's getting caught up. Okay, Mono Shocker release. The Cross Shadow coming in as well. He goes back, and the Traction Pulse comes up. But they're not catching up anyone. Vin going in aggressively. And there you go, the Mountain Shocker coming in. A lot of damage onto the Kasha. He's going for the Revitalize. AOG before he cast it out. Maru falls down in the hand of Shane. Easy one coming in. Crimson Bacon released. Hayabusa going in, charging upon the Void at this point. He goes for the Flicker. Goes back to the safer zone. Ruby in the meantime finds the kill onto the Aksha. They're just chasing out Void here. Can they get it out? Yep. The burst comes in. He got his hand on the man. And in the meantime, he will be securing another one, or he's getting back. Yup, Panditji took a beautiful trade there. Instant redemption comes up. In the meantime, we can see the Bravest Fighter got released.
Good. That's good progress right there. But look at the AOG coming in on point and even Lei there with the backup on the traction pulse. Won't really secure the kill onto anyone, though they are still very tanky for Kimi to burst them down. So, all in all, it was a team fight won by Watch the Throne, but Havoc did manage to secure a kill or two in that team fight, which did equalize the scores somewhat for now. The goal lead isn't too much, it's just a 1.2k in favor of Watch the Throne, and the next turtle would definitely be deciding the course of the match. Life is in a bit of a danger here, but look at the Hayabusa just jumping in onto
Oh,
Yusung Jin, securing the kill, and even the falling star moon landing right onto 3 targets. The knockup comes in, but she has the purify to save herself pretty easily.
of course, and now the Esmeralda is giving a lot of sustain, but he will be grabbed up by Shane here. He goes in, 4-member dropping down here. Candip comes back, no, Vin falls down, double onto Void, aggressive gameplay coming in, Slaver of HP. Can Life make his way back into the safer zone? He makes his way back into the safer zone, but they'll be losing out the neutral objective here. GG plays coming out from the side of Watch the Throne. Of course, I mean, the grabbing of everything in their way. There is a 3k goal lead already in just 6 minutes of the game and about to secure the mid-tier 1, which will be dealing them a lot of, advantage into the jungle area.
Absolutely, and those constant taunts and knockups is what is actually hindering Juxin from using that hero to the full potential. Like she isn't able to reach for the knockups. But the Mountain Shocker onto the Esmeralda this time. Yusenshin does have the damage, but the Ruby with that crowd control is a little bit too much for Shane as well as him to handle, and they will have to back off. Another I'm upset comes right in on the Void, and he's forced to use the Crimson Beacon. Both teams so far just going for those really brawly kind of plays right now, but somehow Watch the Throne does seem to be winning in terms of neutral objectives, while the turrets, though, it is same for both the teams right now.
Yeah, indeed. The obviously, I mean, Maru was there all the time, but it's more like Maru is the sustain guy. He's giving that sustainability. He's not taking out the charge. The initiation is more like coming out from Ruby, and the initiation is so good that he's just catching up everything. Maru goes in with the initiation this time. The opening is created. He goes for the backline. He got like will be secured for higher Agri. Maru falls down, double onto Shane. And can it be a triple for Acre? I don't feel so because, I mean, Vin is still in the safer position. Quad Shadow got used. He's so fast at this point. He goes in. And the Shuriken just strike on to Void. It will not be getting any fatalities though.
Senti definitely opening up the map a lot for the side of WTT, I would say, because the main credit here would go to Maru as well as Senti, because they have been providing so much space for Agre as well as Lei to deal damage on all over the map. I think that is what is making a lot of the difference, because the Baxia, no matter how tanky he is still a pretty passive, roamer. So he doesn't have that much ability to provide the vision and the space which Yusenshin needs to farm up. Like by now, he should have been at least at a level 13 to 14, almost finishing up his farming to level 15 with all items in. However, he's not able to do that. He's still stuck at a level 12, while Agri is already on to level level 11 and level 12. Yep. So that is exactly why Watch the Throne has a 5k goal lead as of now. And look at Senti though, he's just doing what Anti does on that Esmeralda.
Hmm.
So I think we're just kind of seeing the same thing here.
Yeah, name so same as well, anti-senti. So it's more like the gameplay style is so same as well. But I mean, it's
Exactly.
like we can say that, but I can't compare with the EXP standard of India.
Of
Sorry,
course.
Senti. But still, the zone comes up. Panditji with the immune goes back. Win coming in here for the zone, but I believe like it will be futile if we're going against Senti at this moment. He has a lot of a level gap, uh, obviously, against you, so you cannot go on to him and trap down him easily at this point. On shock release, a little zone coming in for Team Havoc, but it's more like the micro gap. Look at that. It is 7 at this point, and talking about the goal, it is 6 as well. Okay, the Hayabusa goes in with the Ogi Shadow kill. Appears, can it be happening? No, he goes back. He got the little bit of HP coming in as well, but Quad Shadow being used. Goes back
Okay.
in the safer zone. At the same time, the Lapu Lapu used his Brave Spark. The continuous burst is coming out from the Kimi. In the meantime, we can see Senti going for that Falling Moon.
So close that was, like everyone from the side of Team Havoc was just forced so far behind, and poor Shane was just caught in inside that turret. It's just very sad to watch because Team Havoc did have that early snowball kind of thing. If they like synced up their skills pretty well, but somehow it was Gray who managed to target down the Jukshin as well as the Yusunshin and take them down, hindering them from getting that early game lead. And just a fun fact, Gray's original IGN was aggressive while he used to play in Lafukabi. So he just shortened it to Gray, and the gameplay kind of says why his IGN was what it was.
So aggressive from the beginning to right now. Look at the KDA 803 legendary. Of course, this guy is so good. I mean, he's marking out the backline. He know that as a Hayabusa, he should take out the backliners, the Ishinshin and the Jushin. It's more like I'm still confused. Like you got the second pick, you had a chance. Like if you're, I mean, your strategy is to play that Ishinshin. Why not? You should, prioritize the Kimi for yourself. Like throwing out the Kimi was not so good idea from Habok's side, I believe.
Exactly, yeah, you are right about that. And somehow the lead which Team WTD has right now is going to be very difficult for the side of Havoc to try and make a comeback. Look at Void though, his team is literally leading behind by 6k goal, and he picks up a Sky Piercer at the 12 minute. Okay, man. I just have to roast him for that after a while, but it's okay. His choice. It's his choice, guys. We don't get to say anything. But what Team Havoc needs right now is half a miracle. And if they really want to win, they really need to shut down Gray at least twice to get that bounty goal right in their favor. And that is the only way they would possibly make a comeback from this. Because otherwise, Kimi late game definitely going to be much more valuable than the Yusunshin or the Jukshin, because the Yusunshin would practically be unable to reach the Kimi or the Hayabusa because Esmeralda and Maru would always be on his face. Look at that.
He's waiting for the Lord so much that he doesn't want to get into the team fight as well. But as you mentioned, like Sky Pearson and all, I can't say anything onto him. It's more like VK getting 2 ducks, even though I'm supporting him. So like that. Sorry guys, but I'm a little biased onto him. I don't know why, but it's not like for 2025. It's before 2025, Pala thing. Obviously, if he's playing bad, it's okay. He will recuperate himself. He'll come back soon and stronger. He's rusty right now, but the rust will never, get so long. It will fade soon. He will come back stronger. And I know my idol. I know him. And have seen him doing amaze with Kagura, amaze with the Selena, so it's fine. Another Jushin, okay, fine. Another skirmish coming in. Ven giving that zone here for the side of Havoc. It's more like a poke. They're waiting for the Lord here, 19 seconds. But what happened to Agri?
I think he's just kind of stuck there. They should call him for a pause though if they feel like it, but then we don't know. Onto the map though, if we could take the camera a little onto the bot side, we will see Lokit just dying to fight people from the side of Havoc, and now that should be a Lord fight from both of these teams. They should be able to take it, but judging from the fact that Egray is back, that would not be a risk that Havoc wants to take. But then again, it's up to them. They can really just go for it because Egray still has a lot to reach, a lot of path to cover until he moves in for the Lord. And somehow Havoc was wasting their resources onto Senti, who just won't die. And Shane tries to go in with the bravest fighter, but nope, nothing really goes on, and the Lord gets reset. HTZ?
The halt coming in there. Oh my goodness, look at that play. Finds the kill on to win there, as well as the stun coming in. But the Esmeralda needs to go back at this point. But there was a beautiful setup been done by Havoc to grab this Lord up for them. But now the Ruby comes back. it might be a little bit hard to secure this lot, but still they're trying it up. They will be fighting for this mutual objective. A 50-50 retreat battle might be coming in. Bravest Fighter released as well. Shane goes in. AOG coming up. 3-man knock up. My goodness. Let's still be having the retreat. Oh man. Late took the lot there without the retreat. This guy finds the lot. And now look at that. Agri goes in, but it got a lot of damage. And he couldn't ditch out it as well and got a shutdown after so long time. It's like 8-0-4, and now it will be 8-1-4 for him.
That too, it's only because of the reason that he probably went AFK and his beauty isn't complete yet. So I guess it's just a matter of bad luck there for a Gray. But then again, nice shutdown coming in from the side of Havoc, a much needed shutdown because the goal lead was something around 7k and now it's down to 5k in favor of Watch the Throne. But Lokid once again, he is the one in there, and look at Yisunshin getting that burst right in. He is actually able to secure the kills right now, but the lot is going to be marching down, and they do need to stop it before it takes down the inhibitor because they need to protect the inhibitors as much as possible. Okay.
Okay.
That's okay. Yeah, that's a pretty late pause, but then again, I believe they still call for it anyway.
Yeah, and they maintains the whole game, the whole scenario for them, but then it's more like Agri is still having those connection issues, so obviously they'll be taking this pause. But still, I mean, the Ishanshin thing helped them a lot because when the Mountain Shocker got released, they also got to know, like Team Havoc also got to know, like Agri is having some little bit of issue. This is the time we should grab it up. But it's more like, I don't know why Panditji, I am him, didn't go for that Lord still. I mean, he does have the retreat at that time, but maybe he's having that retreat, saving it up for Mythic Showdown season 2.
Exactly. It's just funny stuff at this point to see these teams battle it out. And somehow I kind of thought that Havoc would have, that mid game, the mid game scaling, the Yisunshin would be able to actually burst down the Kimi with the Mountain Shocker. But the way Maru and Senti have been there in front all the time, it has been just so hard for him to just stay alive and stay away from the Hayabusa. I think that's been the hardest part of this game, and unfortunately now, Hayabusa is the one lagging around.
Yeah, of course. And now we are back into the game, guys. The pause is off, and it's more like the connection issues is fixed for Agri. No, he's still standing there after taking the red buff. Might be thinking something. It's more like the Kakashi character. He's so into the deep thoughts at this point, but it's more like, okay, I told you.
Yeah.
The deep thoughts,
So
and then
finally, I guess.
another pause comes up.
Yep.
But Agri is fine.
I think so, yeah. I think it's like they're calling for the pause and then we're seeing the pause a little bit late and then they're unpausing and it's just funny to watch. It's like they're doing a breakdance of sorts. Let's stop, let's dance, let's stop, let's dance. But whatever. It's all up to them to decide what they wanna do. We can see Pretty Lady Juxin dancing on the map with her little lantern. Ray would be so happy to see this. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
He would just
Not-
praise our cameraman so much to just focus on Jukshin all that while. So he would be having fun if he was here. But it's okay. It's us and we are also having fun anyways because somehow Watch the Throne is now back into the game. So is Havoc and we'll be seeing another Lord fight in about 80 seconds. But if we do see a team fight before that, who do you think has the better odds?
I believe it might be Team Watch the Throne because they're still having that lead onto them. It's still that 3k goal lead, but it might be Fate as well because we are entering into the late game at this moment, and it's more like the spike will be there for the team fight combos. There you go. The surprise attack comes on to Senti this time. He goes back. He zoned them out. It's more like the poke for him, but a lot of resources got baited out for this. Taking out their half health from him.
Exactly, like that's the point, right? That even in the previous Lord, the reason Havoc lost out on that fight was because they wasted their resources onto the Esmeralda who was just running back. and then Hayabusa engaged onto them, and then they were dead. And that is exactly what they need to avoid this time around in the Lord fight. See, once again, they're on to Senti, but this time Senti is really far from his team, so there is still a chance they might be able to do something. But no, there's the backup, and there might just be a fight. But however, both the teams just decide to disengage because they know the Lord is going to be alive, though in a little bit of danger here. Gets poked a bit, but good positioning coming in from Agre as Maru. Ash.
Okay, now the 4 members being trapped up. The AOG comes up, but this time it will be a disengaging type of AOG. Lei got a hand onto Void with a continuous burst. Hayabusa released his squad shadow, but double will be secured by Lei. Can it be a triple? Of course, it will be a triple. And the fall-off still's coming in. Senti going there, zoning out properly. Will be going for the stun, but the immune comes up. Pandiji finds his way back into the base, but in the meantime, the Mono Shocker released as well. British Fighter coming into the action, but Lei is so far for the team fight because he's kind of going onto the Lord maybe. No, Hayabusa is taking out the Lord solo, but they're taking out the inhibitor here onto the mid. Might be the mighty push coming in as well because they have a hold onto the Lapu here. It's more like they're locking down the base. Agri should have been here.
Exactly. However, a one-man down. Maru is dead though. Hayabusa alone has secured the Lord on the side of Was the Throne, so that's one relief they have, definitely. However, the side of Team Havoc, they do not have that amount of wave clear that they like for an 18-minute Lord. So what exactly can they really do to defend such an heavy Lord that is going to be pushing down to their base? The best they can possibly try is get the Baxia, Lapu Lapu and Arlot right in front so that the Jukshin and Yusunshin can try and defend up the Lord. They need to take down the Lord before it enters the circle of their base. Otherwise, it's going to march straight in and lock in onto the turret. And then the Kimi and Agri can just drop in into the backline right in front of the fountain and take down the base. But good positioning from Vin though, but he doesn't have that much of a setup potential. And no matter how hard Havoc tries to stop this Lord, it's just going to keep marching in. But it looks like they might just be able to defend it.
Yeah, but the quad shadow comes up. He's targeting out Void there, but Vim will be securing a kill onto Hayabusa after a long time. Of course, after the shutdown, Agri is kind of not in his tempo at this point. The Lord got deleted down in the halfway. Doesn't even reach the base, but the chunky minions of the Lord are entering in. In the meantime, Void's got kill there onto the Esmeralda. Vin falls down. Instant redemption coming in. The continuous burst is still there. Lapu Lapu going for that bravest fighter, but his way of standing out there as a sustain was so great. He managed to deflect out the Lord though at the perfect timing, and then the defense comes up. It's more like the 20 minutes game is coming in. Sarah and Havoc literally, you can say they're just turning out the table because there was a moment when Team Was the Throne was dominating the whole play, but now the mid-tier falls down. Might be going for the second tier as well. Okay, another one onto the top.
Exactly. It's like the death timer is just going to keep going higher and higher. So whichever team makes the next mistake, they would most probably be the ones losing it out. And the next Lord is up in just another 15 seconds. Like the difference between the two Lord, it was around 2 minutes something, and it didn't even feel like 2 minutes because of how well these two teams managed to fight it out. One defending the base, one just trying to end it, but both of them did lose something and also gain something at the same time. So we will have to see what really happens at this Lord. There's good zoning coming in by the side of Watch the Throne right now, and Yusunshin, he is pretty far away. They've already started onto the Lord, and the moment Yusunshin tries to come in, is gonna get stopped. Ash.
Okay, another team fight coming in there. The initiation is great. Void finds a kill onto Agre here. Managed to slay him down. Sliver of HP still in the backline, but look at the Kimi. Lei still dishing out a lot of damage. Double for Void coming in onto Senti. Might be going for the triple at this moment, but the monster will be secured by Lei here. And in the meantime, he's getting zoned out as well. The Ruby is still finding his way for the opening there. Sliver of HP. Void, the immortality popped up for him, but now still the slash coming in there. Immortality will be popping out for 70 there. I am him there as well, but it's more like Maru goes back there, and right now they're trapping him up. Flicker picked it out. He goes back.
Traction Pulse. Okay, that did hit, but they didn't really commit to it. And Life does have a lot of life steal right now, so that's definitely going to help him regain some of that HP back, which they need desperately to take down the Lord. But they only have 5 seconds on the clock, and they decide to skip the Lord even after winning that team fight. Like, wow! Just because the minions were charging down into their base, like let us take a look at Jukshin's stacks. He's at a 37 stacks at 22 minutes. Funny enough, man. But it's okay. He did secure a double in that team fight, which helped them win the team fight overall. And the goal lead is practically non existent. So, this fight is going to be the defining fight for the entire game, ladies and gentlemen. And both the teams are just gonna be fighting it out at the Lord dance, none of them really committing to it. And at this moment they just need to get a proper pick off. Whichever team makes the first mistake is going to be the end of it. Gray though is taking a bit of damage. Okay, goes on to the back line. Okay, Ash.
Yeah, goes onto the back line there, but in the meantime, Panditji finds his way with the immune and goes back. But this is a very not a good move from Panditji because it's the lot time and you need it here because you have the retreat in your hand. And you can see Senti, the zone is perfect. Void going in there, Slash comes up for life. Can he go for the final slash here? Can he go for the initiation? I don't feel so. The previous fighter released there for the save. Grab up some heal as well. EOG for the disengage, but no disengage happens. In the meantime, Godlike secured on the win. Oki Shadow Kill comes up, and the freeze as well. Void still standing tall. Senti zoning him out, and will be giving a shutdown onto him. GG way. In the meantime, life falls down, and the minions are standing at the base. They're just, obviously clearing it out, but I don't feel like at this point Havoc can sustain the base because it's more like one more lockdown coming in. The minions going in.
Yep, and that's most probably it. This is going to be the final push coming in from the side of Watch the Throne, desperately marking down the base, and yes, they find it. First match in favor of Watch the Throne as Team Havoc falls after a brilliant 25-minute fight that they provided. It was an amazing time to witness the both of these teams fight it out for so long and so well. However, just those little micros and macros that where Team Was the Throne somehow came out superior, and they just managed to take down the base in the end and come out victorious. Lay definitely deserving that MVP, not dying even once against Alapu as well as an Ascension. That's a big feat, I would say. Big thing for Akimi to achieve. And even on the side of Team Havoc, both the mid laners from both the teams did really well. However, it was just Lei whose damage came out superior, and the Yusenshin couldn't scale up as much as he would have liked to. That's the only difference. But then again, that will be it for game number 1. We'll take a short 2-minute break and be right back with game number 2.
will be the beacon through these turbulent seas.
We're back into the banger once again, and let me tell you a little bit of recap about the first game of the night. It's between Team Havoc versus Team Was the Throne, and Was the Throne managed to secure the first win and are leading the points table right now for like 1-0 with the 1-0 in this BO3 series. So it's right now a two-or-die series. I mean, two-or-die match
Are the
for
two
the side
greatest
of Team
inventions.
Havoc, and the match point game for Was the Throne. So it's your boy Astes in the casting deck, and with me, none other than the beautiful lady by my side, Sarah, will be joining us. So, Sarah, what do you think? A 2-0 clean sweep, or we're gonna see the redemption arc?
I mean, we
Let's
did
hear from the
see
crowd.
Team
Make some
Havoc
noise for
pull off
yours
somewhat of a
truly.
comeback on towards the late game, but then again, if we give them the benefit of doubt, then it was definitely because Agree was AFK for a while. So, not too much to say that they don't have a chance, but Team Havoc can definitely fix up their drafts and builds a little bit. And those team fight executions where the damage dealers actually need to participate in the team fights, those little things, if they really do work on it, I think they definitely have a chance in this game to go in and get that 1-1 score equalizer for them.
Butterfly is born by
However,
thy
if
wish,
team was
guided by lantern's
definitely
light.
does go in for the same kind of strategy that they pulled off in the first game, they also stand the chance to win this one and get a clean sweep for themselves.
Yeah, but
Let's
is
hear from
there
the crowd.
something with the
Make
Jushin?
some
Because the last time also they, I mean, picked out the Jushin with the Ishin, and now they're banning it out. It's more like the kind of having a little bit of fear onto the Jushin might be the respect towards Was the Throne. At the same time, a lot of heroes are open onto the EXP. Of course, talking about the EXP, and we're gonna see the all-out ban, but Alice is open. Sarah, I will prefer the Alice first pick, of course, for now. I mean, it's really works, and in the same time, at the same time, you can go with the Ishin
My
Chin, but the
kiss
Lancelot is open this
grants
time,
you
so you're gonna see the trade. But
immortality
there you go.
or death.
Yep. as you called it, it is going to be the Alice on to the EXP life going in for that pick. So meta, so tanky, and so difficult to burst down. So that's a fun little thing
Thorns
we're going to be able
remain,
to see.
should
On
petals
for
fall.
Watch the Throne, though, they definitely go in for the Lancelot. A semi tank plus damage dealing jungler, definitely a good pick here. As for their mid lane, though, they still have the option to pick up on the Kimi or the Jukshin, or oh, sorry, the Jukshin's banned out. The Kimi is definitely still open. As for EXP, the Uranus is a pretty good counter, but they decide to lock in on the Garutkacha to secure their roam for a very, very solid pick.
Gacha, Lancelot, two meta picks comes up, and the same time, this time Boyd will not gonna give out that Kimmy from his hand, and he'll be grabbing it up. At the same time, I believe they should go with the Kalia, and in the second picking phase, Fedrin should be there into their side. At the same time, I mean, Angela is banned, so let's see. Oh no, they're going with the Hilda, Rome, Invasion once again. It's more like, I mean, life is kind of I believe like last game he was with the Bakshia, this time with the Hilda. He's more over to that early invasion kind of roamer, what I expect from him. But Lapu Lapu here, guys. EXP or goal, still a doubt.
That's a good point right there, but judging from the fact that it's most probably Senti who picks up on the Lapo, they might just pull it off on the EXP. As for their gold lane picks, the Bane has been taken out. There's the Esmeralda, which is definitely an option for both these teams actually. And this time around, the Hayabusa gets banned out. Most probably we'll be seeing an Yasunshin ban too, or maybe the Fredrin ban could be a pretty good choice for either of these teams. And Team Havoc on the other side has banned out on the Farsa, and their next ban should definitely be looking towards that Lunox ban, so that the Alice as well as the Kimi have no major issues while laning or in the team fights, because Lade's Lunox is something so fabulous. That man single-handedly can carry his team on that hero. I
Yeah.
personally faced it with my team, so I can vouch for it. But other than that, I think it's just going to be the standard bans. For Watch the Throne, they should be taking out the Fredrin so that the Lance doesn't face any issues. And I think that's just how it's going to be.
The last pick, I mean, the last ban from was the throne. As you mentioned, Ishan Shin might be the potential ban here, or we're gonna see the ban onto Fedrin, these two junglers. But at the same time, they can go for the Xbox ban as well. But let's see. No, it will be the Ishan Shin guys, because it's more like you have the Lancelot, one of the S tier jungler. You don't want the double S or another S tier to coming in. Is it a Eve? Of course. Two stationary like AoE type of mage has been taken out the burst, but at the same time, they do have the Kadita to counter out the Kimi as well as the Lunox. So that two potential pick might be coming out from what's the thrown into the mid side, or else they can go for the mid pick into the last and can grab up the Esmeralda here. No, as Sarah mentioned, we're gonna see the Lunox guys.
It's just how Lay plays it's that fix 4-3-4 heroes he picks up and he actually wins. And oh, okay. We can see an Amon pick coming in. Like that might not be a debut, but that's definitely a debut into top 8 stages for an Amon pick in the jungle. So okay, we'll have to see how that one works out. Like, he is definitely good on the Amon, no cap at all. But then again, against a team like Watch the Throne, who is so crowd control focused, and then with all that tankiness, what exactly can he do? Even the Irital, she is going to be so squishy. They've got two scaling heroes, the Kimi as well as the Irital. So I do find the draft a little sketchy on the side of Havoc, but then again, it all comes down to they have preferred comfort in this match, so we'll have to see what they can do.
It's more like the ultimate of Amon can be dodged out easily by the two squishy. I mean,
Yes.
obviously the Lance and Lunox. They can Throne Rose and Lunox ultimate can easily dodge it out. So it's more like I don't know why this Amon pick comes up. It's more like I do see Amon pick, but against the Ishan Shin, yeah, it works somehow. Against the Lancelot, I'm not sure because he's the most slimiest guy there in the assassin. He can easily dodge out any skills he wants. He can easily goes in and comes out by the puncture. but not sure. And this Ruby is again going on to the gold, and Senti will be on the Lapu Lapu, as you mentioned before. It's more like Lapu Lapu versus Alice, but Alice will have the upper hand because of the lane cutting phase. But Senti is not more into the laning. He's more into team fight participation. So with the Lapu Lapu, if you're, I mean, going again and again for the team fight, you're literally helping out to gain some macro there. And if the early phase will be in the hand of Lancelot, then you're doomed.
Yep, you are right about that. As for the drafts, Team Havoc will definitely need to scale up a lot, while Team Was the Throne has an amazing amount of early burst and early poke, especially. So, with that, ladies and gentlemen, we are into the land of Dawn. Both teams playing out their comfort heroes and roles, going in for the standard rotations. Both teams will be trying to focus their goal lane to win out this time. So, with that, Ash, which team do you think would be able to secure the first blood?
I believe it is Team Was the Throne. They're having a good pick-off combo here in the early phase. It's more like, it may be a chance that Void can grab it up because of the Kimmy, but still, like, they're so playing safe. Team Was the Throne don't take early game fights. They're more into the neutral objective sect, and at that time, they will take that fight. So it's more like we're not going to see the early game skirmish coming in here. We have to wait for the neutral objective set.
Exactly. Like the early game, though, the Kimi also has some amount of early game potential, but it's just it's a poking kind of potential. Like she's gonna deal damage, but it won't be enough to actually secure the kills. While here, we can see Ruby struggling a bit against the Irithel just because of the range that she has and the range which Ruby doesn't have. But Amon here, though, has to be careful, and Maru and Agri read right into his positioning and take the safe way to their farm, to their jungle, right onto the turtle side. And the first turtle fight is going to determine a lot about this match, because whichever team secures this turtle will definitely have a lead in terms of who gets the more gold and who gets to secure the neutral objectives better. More the gold it is for the Irithel as well as the Kimi, the better it is going to be for the side of Havoc, because they are going to be the main damage dealers for their team, while Team Was the Throne can still survive it and sustain it out up until the second or third turtle, because they've got three proper frontliners and two major damage dealers. Void though! Okay, it's an
Yeah.
early kill secured right onto him, and even Lancelot trying to go in for win there will definitely be finding that kill right into his hands.
With the help of the Throne Rose, easy 1 2-0 is the score right now, with the easy turtle coming in for them because it's more like only three members are there on the map, so they might not gonna go for the contest. But the way Senti was waiting for Void, he was like a lion hunting him out there. He was waiting so long, and then he just comes in with the bravest fighter and just baited out the flicker as well, and got that kill there. And then we saw the trap down onto, of course, the win. This is so good. You just started the way with the turtle and 2-0, just like the previous game. And now it's more like you're taking out the gold bar from the tiers. Let's see what will happening. But there you go. Damon comes in with the in cloak.
Ambitious, I would say. Like he genuinely just went in a 1v4, and he's like, let me go in, but he doesn't realize that there's four or what. And there comes the traction pulse too, but brilliance getting used up by Lay pretty easily. So that's an easy little disengage coming in from the side of Wars the Throne. So I don't exactly know what they were thinking right there. However, must be something they have planned, because right now all five members of Team Havoc are moving towards the mid to top area to get their Irithel some farm up, because he's going to be the main carry on for the late game.
Yeah, indeed. And now it's more like, that they're grabbing up the kills there in the neutral objective I told you, and after that they will be playing safe for now, but at the same time they will be securing some gold on the macro, or maybe they will be securing some macro as well to the tiers. But it's more like, let's see if the zone can comes up easily for now. But Hilda is going for the execution here. No, it's just a poke. He goes back, but there you go. The trap down is going on. Life is right now being trapped down by 2 members, but he'll be using the blink to goes back. But no, you're gonna see a lot of damage coming in. The follow-up as well. Life goes down with a puncture from Lancy. Double will be secured onto IMM. Can it be a triple? No, Senti got executed out there. The Throne Rose comes up. Here you go. He's going for a triple at this moment. The Traction Pulse comes in as well, and Hilda with the mobility goes back in the safer zone. At the same time, the turtle comes up. Void literally comes up with a very good timing to save up Win.
Exactly. It was a good clutch save, I would say, because Vin managed to escape with barely 1 HP remaining. However, it was like a jungler and an EXP giving up their life for the roamer and the exp, so that wasn't a fair trade, I would say, because Agrey did still make it out alive, and that just makes things more difficult for the Amon, because how exactly is he going to be killing 3 tanks on towards the late game? The entire responsibility would be on the Kimi as well as the Irithel, and judging from the fact there will be at least 3 blade armors in this game, even they would find it difficult to keep dealing as much damage as possible. But a quick little engage, a skirmish, I would say, onto the river area, as both teams just kind of move on to the top side, while Amon and Lancelot battle it out, and Amon actually wins the retribution against Agrey. But okay, top side, Ash.
Yeah, onto the top. We are seeing another skirmish coming in. Just a poke though. Life was about to goes in. Okay, can he go back? No. Yeah, I thought he will go and use the blood win there, but he doesn't have the blood win at this point. It's more like he needs to wait a little bit for the cooldown to goes over. But what just happened into the mid? 1v1. I am him goes down with the Lancy goes in. Agree. Once again showing his aggression type of gameplay from the early phase. And now he's going to secure a macro with the split push. This is what you need. I mean, he's just playing like Choco-chan. Whenever I see a jungler split pushing, I'll literally, think about Choco-chan. But there you go. A nice follow-up comes up. He comes back, defend the tier, and now we're gonna see the heavy crossbow comes in, but there is a puncture as well onto the Irithel, and he needs to force out that flicker there.
He's in a bit of a danger here, though. Maru comes in for the backup quite on time, stopping Winner right into his tracks. However, the Irithel is still in a 0-0-0, and if we can have a look at the gold between these two teams, it is still pretty equal despite Team Ghost the Throne having the kill lead. And even now they just managed to secure 1 kill onto Lei, but okay, the Lancelot is actually chasing down Shane onto the Irithel, but okay, the stun comes in and he should possibly die into this one, and yes, he does. Life manages to secure that shutdown as Team Havoc still hasn't given up. They're still going for more. Void trying to chase down Maru as much as possible, and he's trying to sidestep it as much as possible. However, Kimi does manage to get that kill into his hands. They should definitely be moving for the turtle pretty easily, while also trying to take down the turrets onto the bottom side as well as the top side.
Yeah, Senti now. I mean, that guy was dancing around with the help of the bravest fighter, but then he goes back there. But now it will be an easy turtle for I am him. At the same time, we're gonna see the 1v1. The tier has a less bit of the health, but still, I mean, he's not life is not going back. He's still standing out there. He's the Alice, of course. So we're gonna see that skirmish there. But it's just a 1v1, guys. But onto the top side, it's just a poke coming in. The zone is totally fine. Seeker is right now being made, but I don't feel like they'll be going for the invasion onto the jungle.
Exactly. It is kind of the thing, that onto the late game, as for the goal, we can see that it is actually Alice and Kimi with higher goal than the Irithel, as compared to that of, the Ruby or the Lunox or the Lapu Lapu. So it's a pretty equal fight right now. However, that quick engage comes in on to Life right there. He's trying to sustain as much as possible. The Traction Pulse comes into play. However, Shane manages to flicker out of the situation, living for this once, while Vin tries to fight 4 people alone in a 1v4, just trying to survive, but it's going to be too much for him to actually live, while Lapu single-handedly zones out both Irithel as well as Void. Him trying to get the kill onto Agrey, but he manages to immune it right on time.
This is the thing we always talk about. I mean, if you're grabbing up that mid tier, you're enlarging the jungle area for you, and you're literally giving yourself a little bit more fights than them. Now the puncture comes. A lot of damage though from I am him. But in the meantime, he finds his way back in the safer zone. But can we see the follow up here onto I am him? I don't feel so. But onto the bot side, we're gonna see that 2v1 going in. The
Oh
flicker
my
comes up. Rebel's Fire Turbine. Look at the damage. He can't even ditch it out. The void goes down. But now they're getting trapped out here. Alice joined the team fight as well as he goes back with the help of the blink. But there you go. I mean, still standing out. It will be, of course, the Ruby there, low kid, and the same time, and it might be a poke though. Sliver of HP. It's still sustaining out there. Monster comes in with a throne rose. Kenny goes back. Yep, the blink comes up. At the same time, it is a time for the Lord as well. They don't. I mean, they do have the jungler though, but it might be an easy Lord because I don't feel like they'll be contesting it out.
Yep. In fact, they can't because wherever Amon tries to go in from, there's the Ruby, there's Senti, there's Maru. They're just going to stand in his face and stop him from even trying to hit the retribution button. He's gonna be dead before he does that. So it's not a risk worth taking because the goal lead, it's still only 2k in favor of Watch the Throne. So Havoc knows that they still have a chance to come back at this. They have two amazing late game damage dealers. All they need to do is sustain long enough in the team fights for their damage dealers to be impactful, to deal the damage they need to, and actually make it a successful team fight.
Yes, and now you can see that I am him is fighting out a 1v1 against a Lapu Lapu. I don't know it's a good way or it's a bad way, bad decision, but he's still standing tall there. The Bravest Fighter got released onto the bot side. The Lord marching in. Can he take out I am him at this point? Irithel following up there. The heavy crossbow comes in. 2-man. Trapped him up and finds a kill onto Senti there at the bot. At the same time, onto the top side, the Holy Blazing goes up. The Traction Pulse coming in. Void right now charging in there with the continuous burst. But it's more like they're going back with the help of the puncture. The Throne Rose comes up. Hilda finds his way back with the reason and the mobility. But in the meantime, life, he goes in. Loki falls down in his hand. And the Lord got deleted down at the same time. Oh, look at the split push. Sneaky picky at the bot.
Classic I am him moment, I would say, because he's just one of those players who loves to split push when the team is losing. But can he survive though? There is a Lancelot in front of him. There comes the Thorn Rose, there comes the Taunt, and there he's dead.
Yeah, there he did as well. I mean, I thought he would be outplaying them, but it's more like Havoc are right now taking on the as well as the 2v1 at the bot side. They literally, got a lot of you can say good trades for them. At the same time, it's more like they equalize the gold lead. It's run right now so much with the equilibrium. At the same time, if you are talking about the macro, it's more like they just finish up the bot side and it's just the top side standing tall at this moment. Otherwise, everything is settled for them. It's more like we can say a comeback is possible for Havoc at this moment. I mean, every time we're seeing that thing, I mean, they will be playing a little bit of, you can say, dominative type of play. Team was the throne. Then into the mid to late phase, we will see like Havoc will be preparing for their comeback. But let's see. But we cannot say it perfectly because last time it was Team Havoc was about to win, but then you can say mishap happened for them and they lost it out.
Exactly. It's those little mistakes onto the, what do we say? It's those little mistakes onto the late game which usually happen, and that's the whole deciding factor in games like these which stretch beyond the 15-minute mark. And if you take a look at the gold, there's no difference, practically no difference, like 100-200 goal, and they actually tried to go in for a Lancelot, revealing their position, which means that now the entirety of Team Watch the Throne is going to be chasing them down and zoning them out of the Lord Pit area itself. Lancelot gets the free pass to start out the turtle. There's no Bravest Fighter on board for the next 10 seconds, but Shane is in a tough pinch. Alice is trying to sustain as much as possible, but the Lunox will be using up Dark Cult from a very safe location and will easily find that kill on to life, while Ruby goes in for the I'm upset. Vin caught him a little bit danger, and they somehow just lost two of their core frontliners, which means that Kimmy and Irithel cannot go in anymore.
Indeed, I mean, even Amon as well. He cannot go for the steal there. It's more like, I mean, easy, uncontested lot coming in for them. Was the throne literally playing that macro play so good here? Like before the lot, they're taking out their sustain and then easy lot again and again for them. It's just a 15 minutes gameplay, but still they're having the advantage here. Oh, look at the damage though. I am him going for the execution. He needs to pull out the bravest fighter. It goes back. The damage was so good. Can we see the bill? I mean, just got melted down there.
Exactly. That's something very interesting to see because it could, it could define a lot about this game. What really happens from here because Team Was the Throne can't push in because this time Havoc does have the wave clear with the Kimi and the Irithel. However, the Irithel does need to play it pretty safe because aggressive is constantly going to be on to Shane, and yep, there we go. He's already dead before the Lord even gets melted down. However, Void does manage to secure the shutdown, but Amon has been taken down as well. And the minions are going to be charging in from all three lanes, so it's just going to keep getting harder to defend their inhibitors. And if they don't defend their inhibitors, however, Live getting 3 on point. Will try to go in for the engage this time around. Kimi trying to deal some damage, but is dying in the process herself. Live still trying to zone them as much as possible. Maru trying to zone out Void instead. However, Life is the one doing something this time. He's gonna find the kill onto Lei, but the brilliance comes in. Is Life gonna chase? He does. Flicker gets used up, but the bravest fighter is there right onto a point, and Life is still sustaining it all. He is still healthy. He is still going for more. He is not giving up whatsoever and realizes that any more chasing won't be any useful, so he just comes back to clearing his lane.
Was so good. I mean, the outplay was so good from Lei, of course, because the brilliance and then the flicker, everything was set up for him. And then he finds his way into the safer zone without giving any scratch to him. And that was so good. But Life now channeling out this whole fight for the side of Havoc. I told you from the very beginning, the Alice first pick is a needed pick nowadays. You cannot trade it out. If you're, I mean, giving it out, it's so bad for you. And this is what happening. He's right now a lot of sustain as well as you can see the controlling to the map. At the same time, it's more like the Lancelot can cover it up, but you need to take out those two sustain. So you need the true damage. Other than Lei, I believe like nobody's there to take out this Alice there. Attraction Pulse comes up, a follow-up there, Storm is happening, Bravest Fighter used for going back. At the same time, the puncture comes in, Throne Rose, can they manage to execute out? No! He goes back in the safer zone. At the same time, the Flicker being baited out, the Immortality got in the hand. Lord being first up, but Sliver of HP will be taking out Life before the Lord spawn. Once again, we're gonna see they will be taking out the sustained members from Havoc. Will be having the uncontested Lord? No, they're starting it up.
They can't take the Lord actually because their jungler had to recall, which means that... Oh, okay, Shane, calm down. He needs to calm down a little bit there because he is using up his ultimate very quickly, which means that he is going to be a lot more vulnerable than you would like him to be. So what can Team Havoc really do? They don't have their frontliner. There's only the Amon who's trying to look for a possible path to engage, but how can he do it? He can't because Agray is very low here, but he's gonna secure it pretty easily. And look at the melt coming in from the Lunox. Oh my goodness.
The burst, the magic penetration, and you can see the bills are talking right now. Holy Crystal might be going for blood wings here, if I'm not wrong. No, it might be. I mean, the thing is, the stack is too great for the Amon though. He's also melting it out, but at the same time, I told you like you need that magic penetration to take out the Alice and the Hilda, and the same thing is being done again and again by Lei. He's staying in the back line. He's not getting anyone. He's playing that you can say that sneaky picky wala gameplay and taking out them. Now the Lord marching up onto the top side. Will be defending up easily because it's more like team are not ready to go for the Lord push. They're more onto the I am him. But at the same time, oh, Flicker baited up. He finds his way back there. Puncture coming in. He got a little bit of stun with the power of one and is coming in there. The inhibitor got destroyed. They're going with the backdoor mechanism. Can they go for it? Let's see. Can they go for the base? No, the Lord got deleted down in the halfway, but the chunky minions are coming in. I believe the mid inhibitor will be falling down as well this time because there's no chance you are going to defend it up. The Throne Rose comes in. The Rose Gold been acquired by the Lancer. Oh, in the meantime, Shane got busted out by Lei. It might be a double kill. Traction pulse being used to avoid being a lot of damage there. Maru falls down in the hand of the life. 1-for-1 in the trade. At this point, they need to retaliate back.
Just what in the world happened in that both the teams going in, coming out, sustaining, dealing damage? That was like one hero using up their ultimate twice or thrice in the same team fight and same Lord push. It's just insane to watch the how elongated are these team fights, because every time Team Watch the Throne goes in, somehow Shane is the one getting marked down first, and he, poor thing, has to pick up on Demon Hunter's sword just to be able to deal some damage. But then again, there's the blade armor, and every time he hits, he will be the one facing the majority of issues because Kimmy still has the concentrated energy and she will be able to sustain it. However, for an Iruthel, it's practically impossible to deal with a blade armor. That too, 3 blade armors right in front of him. So we'll have to see how Team Havoc decides to fight in this one, because the Lord is up and they do need to contest. But if they decide not to contest, it might just be game over if they're unable to defend the Lord for this once. Life and Win both try to provide as much vision as possible, but it is technically not possible for the side of Team Havoc to contest it, just because of the sheer amount of frontline that Team Watch the Throne has.
But still, I mean, I'm very happy by Havoc side, even though they are pulling out some, you can say, the heroes which were not seen so much into the tournament scene like Amon. But it's still taking out the game so long and defending up for 3 lots straight. And now another one is coming in for them, but it's more like the enhanced one. It might be the mighty push, the last one. But still, we have hope on Havoc's side. They might defend it up. They're defending it up in the halfway though. But what about the lane synchronization coming out from the bot and the top side? They might gonna see that skirmish as well. Okay, the flicker alt comes in there with the early skirmish, and now the EOG popped up. Void goes down. The only backliner, he will be taken out there, and now it's just the immortality popped up. They're locking out the base. Stain falls down as well. 2-man down with a double onto the hand of Agran. With this, the crown will be popped, and Team Watch the Throne will be securing their spot onto the semi-final of Throne of Dawn, powered by Miko Official Gaming, with a victory with a 2-0 clean sweep against Team Havoc.
Unbelievable at the very last moment. I had told you that man Lay, he can single-handedly carry on that hero Lunox, and the way he just popped in on the Dark Ultimate flicker right into Shane's face, the flicker got used up, and then Maru followed it right up with the AOG, and Agray was there to finish him up and secure the base right into their hands. So an amazing effort from the side of Havoc, I would say. But then again, was the Throne just showing how much that sync and the synchronization, the execution, and the amount of experience that they have playing together in that lineup matters. You can have individual experience as much as you want, however, the 5-man experience is something completely different, and that is what we got to witness tonight by Team Watch the Throne. So kudos to them for making it to the top 4, but sadly this will be it for the side of Team Havoc. They did create some havoc on the battlefield. N number of times it felt like they were the one going to win, but it just didn't work out for them. So good effort by them so far, and I hope we see them in the future tournaments as well. So this is us, Sarah and Ashtizi, signing off for tonight, but do stay tuned because we have another set of BO3 coming right up your way.
be the beacon through these turbulent seas. will be the beacon through these turbulent seas. is gonna save someone this time. For him, I will be the beacon through these turbulent seas. be the beacon through these turbulent seas.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Throne of Dawn, powered by Miko Official Gaming Season 1. We are here into the second BO3 of the night, actually the fourth quarterfinal game. It's between teams Shadow Esports versus Anti-Vegetarian. Okay, what a beautiful name, Anti-Vegetarian. But yeah, I'm always against the vegetarians. I don't know. But
What?
let's see who will be taking on the throne. But by the way, we have a cluster swap tonight as well. Sarah will get replaced by Debbie here. My favorite co-caster will be there. Hello, Debbie. You were casting somewhere else, and now you're back here. So transition with Sarah as well as transition with the PvP to NL.
Yeah, yeah, that's crazy because yeah, really amazing that we are able to reach on time. That's a good call. But hey, I'm actually excited for the two teams that's gonna be playing, man. Like you already said, anti-vegetarian and Shadow Esports, right? I've always seen Shadow Esports out there, and they are always having a little bit of a uh change up in players most of the time, but I think this time around they are sticking to one, and I hope that they will be able to work it out well. So best of three series is going to be important. Who have the first draft into this match number one. SDES, they are the one actually having the first pick, until anti-vegetarian will be having the second pick. So let's see what the bans is going to be looking like, because we are highly likely to see a lot of meta bans.
Yeah, of course. And now, I mean, it's more like the last game was totally that same. Everything is so same right now in the Indian community scene as well. Like they're adapting to that PH or Indo style gameplay. The EXP laners going into the goal lane, the fighters being prioritized into the goal lane. That's what happening. So I believe same meta, same setup will be adapted by Shadow Esports as well as anti-vegetarians. So let's see. Shadow Esports are right now going for that Grok ban, the first ban on the Grok. It's nowadays a frequent thing we're seeing, but the same at the same time, I'll say like Alice.
Mm.
This girl, this hero, after getting the revamp, is so good at the EXP lane. I mean, the jungle Alice is gone. Debbie is the
Yeah.
new era of EXP Alice.
EXP Alice, it's the June, man. It's the damage. It's the ways you is able to get those crowd control on a perfect timing. And the ways he's able to dive, I think it's a very, very top tier XP as well. Because, I'm just saying, because it haven't been that much of a prior, but it is still a priority. It's situational, but still very important. But hey, you said it was they are going to be banning away the Yi Xin. This is a hero you do not really want to take. And anti-vegetarian, I think this is a very, very perfect timing for them to ban out the CC and the Lancelot too. Because for what I've known, Shadow Esports, they love playing the Lancelot no matter who the jungle is gonna be. So it will be a very perfect time if they can remove those two.
Thorns remain.
Yeah,
Should
indeed.
petals
And
fall?
now it's more like the two junglers are taken out. So there is a huge chance
Let
we're
them
gonna
play
see
the
the Lucas
hero.
or might be the
I will be the truth
Hayabusa
this
or
world
Joy as well,
desperately
because this these
needs.
are the junglers right now in the scene. And if you're talking about the utility, we might gonna see the Fedrin, but Baksha is not so good in the jungle nowadays. Other than
Mhm.
that, I mean, Angela got banned, Yuzong as well. It's might be a tricky thing from Shadow Esports to ban out the Yuzong. It might be the respect towards the anti-vegetarian, but at the same time, are we gonna see the ban on the CC or it will be open all this time?
Oh, nah, you shouldn't open the CC, man. One thing, I actually banned the CC. Oh no, so it's definitely gonna be SDS picking out the CC, huh? Wait, if they don't want to pick out the CC, it's definitely gonna be a bad idea. Yeah, there we go. CC picked away, anti-vegetarian. Oh my god, they wanted to ban out the Zusin instead of the CC. I mean, if it was me, I would rather have the Jushin open than the CC because she's so good onto this current meta. But then again, I kind of
I will
confused about the
choose
ban
my
coming through
own
from Shadow
path.
Esports. They are the one removing the Yuzong actually when they take away the Yi Xin as well. Because more when you pick up the Yuzong, when you pick up the Yi Xin, you counter out with the Yuzong, right? But they ban both of them. But it's okay because anti-vegetarian they are picking up the direct counter for the CC, which is gonna be the Arlot. But you know what? Arlot is might be a bait. The CC can go into the goal.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to say. I mean, it is a pure flex. They can go for that CC goal. At the same time, they can go for the Alice here into the EXP. All these options, all these traits are open for them. But at the same time, the Totkasha being acquired, it's a good pick because you cannot trade
Yeah.
it out with the CC being there at Shadow Esports. I mean, the pickup
Mhm.
combo will be so high for them with the AOG and the curtain call. Uh, so it's a good choice from anti-vegetarian. So do the Alot, but still the junglers are yet to reveal, which is a big thing to see. I mean, a lot of options are open. Joy, Hayabusa, I told before. Lucas,
See
Pedin
value
in
in
the
me?
utility. You can go with the Guini if
You
you have
should.
that synergy. Okay. Talking about the
Uh-huh.
Pedrin, the boss, the daddy, the chunky one will be there. He just got selected out. At the same time, there be Xborg or Guini.
Yeah. Xbox, man. I would rather go for the Xbox than the Goonie because the Goonie, you can get cancelled out when what uh, by the freight train, and I don't think it's really a great option as well. And I think SDS is also kind of stopping out the Fredrin possibility coming from the side of anti-vegetarian, right? Because the Fredrin and the Arlet combination is one heck of a good combination because it's always going to be resetting out the vengeance. But Lunox pick still a flex coming through for anti-vegetarian. It can go into the goal too, right? But the thing is, you kind of want a Lunox goal when you have a good fighter into the marksman again. So they kind of have to be careful. So still, I would like to think that the Glunox will be into the mage, so they can ban out the heroes right now. Shadow Esports, they have the jungle and the flex onto the goal and the XP already in the mid lane. So anti-vegetarian, they can ban out the tanky frontliners here. Maybe the Hylos or what else? What
I'm
else?
not the only one bound by
Hmm.
these
Uh,
chains.
Hylos, Kalea as well. You can go
Oh,
for the
Galea
ban
too.
on to the. I mean, there is a huge chance that they can go for the I mean, Hilda or Badang. It works
Mm,
against the Kacha somehow. But they're going for this Phobius ban here, giving a little bit of comfort to the Arlot. At the same time, Ruby will be
uh-huh.
taken out because there is a huge chance this CC is going into the goal. So it's more like, I mean, she needs to play safe as well into the goal.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
Ruby is a potential threat to the CC into the goal side. So it's a good ban. And at the same time, I mean, Debbie, the Esmeralda is open. If they are trading out the Lapu Lapu
Oh.
to anti-vegetarian as a goal laner, they can go for the ESMA Gold CC EXP, and CC will play a safe game against the Arlot. At least they will have one winning lane
Mm,
either
I think
side.
that would actually be good. No, the thing is, it's very tricky. I think anti-vegetarian also know that the CC can definitely be into the goal side, so they are removing all the XP laners. I completely forgotten about the Elise. Of course, the Elise has to go. It's just a hero good against the Fredunian as well. And Shadow Esports, they are banning out the jungle now. The assassin, the Hayabusa has to go. So anti-vegetarian, they should not rush onto the jungle here. They can pick out their okay. They can still flex out the Lunox, but I think they kind of need a physical damage hero into the gold lane if they wanna go for the joy into the jungle. But do you wanna go joy against a Fredrin?
Joy against the Fedrin. Yeah, it might be a good option, but at the same time, Fedrin kind of give that little bit of poke. So Joy is having the mobility, will having a little bit of hindrance, but at the same, I mean, you can say that the magic penetration can penetrate out the Fedrin as well. So let's see.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoy Fanny. These two things work against the utility, but
Uh-huh.
the Fedrin is kind of a thing. He does have a lot of crowd control. So let's
That's
see.
right,
No,
that's right.
they'll be going with the true damage.
Oh,
That's
true
a good
damage
pick.
is what they want. It's still a good pick. It's still a good pick. The Xbox is actually very amazing against the Fredrin, so they kind of read that. They kind of read that out, and I think this can also be a safe mid lane Lunox too, because the presence of the Gato is completely helping out the mid lane quite a lot. The clearance is definitely going to be out there, so Shadow Esports they have to answer. If they want to heal, it's definitely going to be okay because you cannot really go for the sustain right now when there is an Xbox. So what are they left with? If they go for the Angela, I won't be surprised anymore. They can go for the physical into the goal because it's good. It's okay. Give me damage is enough.
Fight. Fight for the
Hmm.
ultimate answer.
It's more like the Kimi and the CC there. Hilda,
Oh,
I told you, Hilda might be the
oh,
option
Hilda.
for them, the invasion early game, but it's more like the Kalea would have been better option because you need a little bit of heal for the utility.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
they're
right.
going with the Granger though. That means CC EXP Granger Gold. Irithel
Mm-hmm.
open. So are we gonna see the Irithel? Or you can also go for the Harith, Debbie. Like Harith does have the potential to bust out the Pedrin.
Harris. Yeah, I think. Oh, it can also be good in lane too, and they're gonna be able to get the true damage as well. I kind of want the Harris here, like, especially for the Granger, and keep out the Lunox into the mid side because they already have a lot of crowd control and a frontliner too, and they can clear together because the clear can be made up with the Unbreakable from Gatot as well. So there we go. Harriet is definitely going to be the better choice. A very good call from you as well. But this time around, I feel like Seto Esports are going to be reliant so much onto the Fredrin here because the Hilda is not really that kind of hero that can stand into the front. It's more of a dive com, and they want to go for the backlines too. So they have to be dependent on the rotation that the Fredrin will bring onto the table. But for anti-vegetarian, they can go in for a full-blown team fight, right? Brawl is what they want.
Course, and with this, the set of five, actually, the set of 10 is already set for both the sides. And we are entering into the land of dawn, the precious land of dawn for the game number one of this BO3 series against Shadow Esports versus Anti Vegetarian. Guys, if you all are watching the game right now, do subscribe us and do like the stream. Share the stream to your friends. Let them know that Throne of Dawn Season 1 at Miko Official Gaming is cooking in, and we are at the quarterfinal stage. So hope you all will be there and supporting us by spamming your comments and spamming your likes to us. With this, the match is on, Debbie.
Mhm. Let's go into the line of dawn. This is going to be a crucial best of 3 series match. Both of the teams are definitely going to be ready for what they want to go for the game number 1 because draft is actually cooking. I really like this draft coming from both of the sides, but I do not really have a side to get to. But they are definitely going to be able to tell if the first in the first turtle, because both of these fighters jungles are definitely going to be needing that first turtle, especially into the hands of the fighter. The expert can go without the turtle, but it's going to be okay. But yeah, it's still going to be good. But hey, Ton.
Yeah, a little bit of taunt coming there, as well as the look at the Kimmy there, already busting
Whoa.
in the early phase of the game. The Firaga armor might be in danger for the Xbog here. He's dishing out a lot of damage there though, but the lava golem is still in a suppressing state. It might get out from his hand. Of course, it got out from his hand, and right now he's just in the level 2. But the lead though will be acquired by the side of Shadow Esports. A early game invasion, so aggressive play being set up from SDES.
Yeah, that was a good setup and a good invasion as well. They are trying to stop for the Xbox from having any kind of farm. Prior to, contrary to fighters' beliefs, hey, top lane, top lane.
Top lane. Okay, they're
Whoa.
about to trap
Oh,
down the All-Out there. Okay, the Yo-Yo Bliss still coming in. He goes in there.
eh,
Easy and REZ will be securing the first blood for Shadow Esports here. The start is here for SDES. And it is a very nice start onto the EXP. They grab it up. They prioritize the EXP for the first blood. And now it's time for the turtle. And it might be the uncontested one because they don't have the opener for them. But in the mid lane, a little bit of skirmish. Revitalizing popped up so much. Baited it out.
I think they are trying to focus onto the top lane again for the side of anti-vegetarian. They not level 4 for Deroyu, so he's gonna have to be really careful at that. Oh my god, he did not get the XP crab. Not level 4 for the first Elder when you are a jungler is not the best case scenario for you as well. But hey, there might be an engage midnight.
Yeah, the engage coming in there. The skirmish happens. Might fight will be taken out easily, and Wing comes in. Buju falls down. 2 men already into the table, and La
Wow.
Passion will not be sustaining anymore. For the second time, he will be deleted down from the Land of Dawn, and easy turtle in the way for SDES.
SDS, they have everything that they need right now. The pressure onto the mid because they want the Hilda to be available at all times. But hey, they might be engaging.
Ah, so much engaged. It's just like a brawl server we're facing
Yeah.
right now. Lemon and his squad is literally going so aggressive at this point. The Fedrin, the Chunky Daddy, secured the buff there. No red for the Xbox. Sadly, he needs to grab only that blue one. This is Debbie, you're just prioritizing the early game for yourself, and this will be giving you a lot of snowball. That's what you needed
Yeah.
for a fair game.
The thing about the fighter Xbox is that he kind of skills in comparison to other fighters. So if he can keep up the farm a little bit, it's gonna be okay. But this time around, Ton. Oh my god,
On
this team.
my flight.
He's flying away, man. He's gonna be the one getting the pawn, and Lemon will be eventually getting him out of the zone and getting him into his teammate as well, because he also does have the taunt again. That was important, and them setting out the rumor as early as as early as these minutes of the game, it's definitely gonna be in favor for them. They will be having the priority onto the map. They might be engaging again onto Mike Knight.
Yeah, they're engaging there, as well as they will be securing another one onto Might Flight. Killing spree for Ben 14. Literally went for that skirmish, and now Hadith might get trapped down there. They're going for the potential gang. They got their hand. 7 first popped up. He goes back into the safer side though. But it might be the chance. They will be grabbing out the gold from the tier 3.
I think this is all dominance shot by Shadow Esports here. They have already accumulated 5k gold lead. Oh my god, another engage?
Another engage into the mid. This type of again and again engage coming. Brilliance does beautifully. And he goes back the safer side. But look at the CC goes in. The vengeance popped up as well. The Yo-Yo Blaze Ben 14 secured the mega onto Might Flight. In the meantime, Lab Passion goes in with a slash. Haruka falls down. A Precious Wraith comes on, and Lab Passion will be taken out with an instant redemption coming out from the side of Team Shadow Esports. Though, Team Anti-Vegetarian start their way, Debbie. They just got their 1 kill right now. And the turtle is open for the Fred.
The turtle is the one that they want right now. Fredrin, Lemon, level 9 already to a level 6 Deroyu. Almost level 7, so it's okay. But he will not be able to contest onto this turtle yet again because of the deficit of the XP and levels that he have. And there's no way they will be able to set up for the boosters, for the turrets, also for the map also, because there's always Arizi into the boosters. He's always running around, not letting them anywhere near the objective. And even Lapation onto this Arlot, he isn't able to do anything. You know, when you are behind on the Arlot, you are forced to play a little bit passive, and Arlot is used for engagement, right? Not disengagement.
Yeah, and now look at that. The corner coming in. AOG popped up. 3-man, 2-man knock off. Last Insanity as well. Final slash. Appraises it before he can cast it out. He goes down there. Voodoo falls down in the hand of the Haruka. Into the mid, and now he's following up there. Let's see. Ben 14 goes in. The traction balls comes as well. In the meantime, the sustain coming out from the Hilda is too much. Still dancing with those 3 people, and there you go. Unstable for Ben 14. The damage is so high. The magic penetration. He doesn't have the Ferraga armor, and now he will be depleted down as well. Double being secured by Ben 14. The trade is 2 per 1.
Yep, Ben 14 really having the time of his life with the frontliners that he have. You know, when you have a Kimi, you want to have that frontliner, not a support, and be able to free hit with those basic attacks and those energies as well. And when you have that, you are gonna be free for the hit, and you will not be taken down as well because of the mobility that the Kimi also have. Hey, takes and pulse. It's gonna be an okay set, but hey, there might be something here.
Yeah, the traction pulse just released before the team fight. Now Arizi is giving a good zone. Lap Passion! Oh my goodness, final slap! Oh geez, my goodness, how can he miss it out? How can he miss it out? But it doesn't matter. Arizi will be cornered up there and will be taken down easily. But at the meantime, you can see Lemon going for a little bit of skirmish there into the mid. In the meantime, Ben 14 will be taken down for the first time. A shutdown happened. La Passion goes in with a slash there. And now, had it following up with the Zaman first popped up. Chrono Dash is coming in as well. The Synchron Vision. Can he manage to take out anybody at this point? It will be the Royo taking out here the charge. Sliver of HP. Lemon finds a way onto Voodoo. Slaying him down. But now the redemption comes up. Wings falls down in the hand of the Harlot. And right now they're chasing up Lemon. He had a half of health at this moment, and look at that. La Passion goes in, got a little bit of poke as well. Now the Hilda coming in as well. He'll be going for the power of wilderness. There you go, the slash coming in again and again. 7 first popped up at this moment. The magic penetration is coming in, and Harit might take out that Hilda. Their last Insanity coming in, the true damage. Lemon, I don't think he'll be going back in the safer side. He goes down there, Flicker. The immortality popped up, and with this, Arizi falls down the hand of La Passion from the behind. We can see the triple onto Ben 14. Even though Ben 14 secured a kill, but he goes down. Can it be a Maniac? La Passion with the Maniac on the top lane. Finds his way for a 4-way kill, Debbie. What a way. And this time they'll be securing the Lord as well.
Yeah, this was actually very long of a team fight, and it always have been a reset onto the vengeance that they have. La Passion onto the Arlot. Oh my goodness, that was actually a good setup that they have, and always engaging when he have those final slash in a perfect position as well. He was able to secure that kill onto the 13 too, onto Lemon. Man, that was amazing. That was amazing. But they decided to go in and in. Taunt coming through.
Not coming through this time. They'll be trapping him up. Lap Passion. He's right. Oh my goodness. He's outplaying them easily. 4-man. But he will be taken down. A shutdown happened to Lap Passion after taking out that Maniac. And now the brilliance is not there. Appraiser's rate comes up. But still, he's sustaining Voodoo. Okay, he comes up with the brilliance at this moment. And in the meantime, Lemon goes in. He's giving a little bit of poke there. Sliver of HP. Might be taking him out. Yeah, oh no. He finds his way back. He got a hand on the Arizi as well. That's the penalty popped up. Voodoo falls down. The Death Sonata Wing goes in, and now Immortality is coming out as well. Wink! Oh my goodness, the poke though from Might Flight, and Might Flight will be taken out as well. Might Knight will be taken out as well. This is so good from Ben 14. He is securing the kill there, but now, oh no, the slash! And with this, La Passion will be taking out the revenge for their friends. And it's only Lemon sustaining out their Lord. Was totally ignored.
Yeah, it looked like SDS wanted to win that team fight, and they are unable to do so because of the presence of those, sustains coming through from anti-Vegitarian. But hey, they might be in trouble. La Passion.
And this time he literally went for an overextensive move. nobody was there to follow him up, so he got down. But what is happening on the bot side? A sneaky picky move coming in. They finds a way onto the first tier into the mid, and now the second tier falls down with the help of the chunky minions of the Lord.
I think this is all again for the side of anti-vegetarian. The more Shadow Esports want to fight, the more they are going to be staying into those fights. But then again, La Passion, he cannot really do that alone. He have to be with the team. But oh my goodness, Onajoa will be able to grab onto that Holy Crystal. But hey, mid, there might be something. Arizi?
Yeah, bot lane, easy one for Might Knight.
Oh my god. Might Knight. I don't think he'll be able to sustain all those yo-yos coming through. But the last Insanity, just for a defensive maneuver, they will be trying to go into the mid side for Shadow Esports. They are trying to get that Holy Crystal popped, Holy Defense popped, and yeah, Holy Defense will be popped as well. But top lane is what they're gonna have to focus on as well onto the far side. But I think that the fact that the two teams has always been brawling. The one who died the most will be trying to focus onto the objective. They are not doing for any kind of split push potential or even going for all of those sneaky takedowns. They are more onto those team fights. Whenever they win the team fights, they will be trying to push it out. Only then they are going for all of those pushes, and it's kind of weird to see this brawl too much happening with this kind of combination. But it's still okay because the more brawl they won, the Arlot will be sitting onto those advantage most of the time.
He goes in for the engage now. The final slash comes up. Two people got caught it away, but now he's getting trapped down. AOG comes up with the disengage. Ramen Force popped up as well from the behind. Look at the damage from the Harris though. Last thing coming in. Oh, praises rate as well. But Lemon, okay, then find a way for a double, triple onto Ruyu. Maniac incoming or not. Let's see. La Passion still dancing out with the blinks, but he will be taken out with a Maniac for Ben 410. And with this is only Buju surviving there for the team anti-vegetarian, and they're going for a savage at this point. Brilliance comes up there with that. Might not see the savage though, but there will be the lockdown coming in soon. The damage is reaching out. Lord Arizi will be the one executing out, and with this, the base will be popped up, the crown will be on, and it will be Team Shadow Esports taking out the first point in this BO3 series with a dominating style of winning.
Definitely, this is what they are winning right now. SDS band 14 with the last Manic able to grab that. That was important. They needed that. But what a gameplay coming through from Lapesan as well. He did 2 hours just a little bit. If he has stayed a little bit patient, and tried to go for all those team fights instead of going alone, they could have really worked it out with this Arlott, man. But nevertheless, it was an amazing game that we have seen. He actually went for the Hunter Strike knowing when the damage was actually out there. And even with those defense items that he have, when you are against 4 people already, that there wasn't enough of a sustains coming through for both of them too. But well played by Ben 14, able to grab that Munich and all of those good positioning too.
Yeah, I mean, this is what you need. Even though the La Passion falls down from the beginning and then he managed to secure the Maniac, that was the moment when the game a little bit changes. It was more like Layman was, channeling out the crowd there, taking out those sustain point. Standing out as a wall, and he literally changed out the whole game. And of course, Ben 14, you needed that. The jungler is a utility, so the damage dealer is the mid laner and the goal laner. And Wink was doing great with those finishing stuff with the Death Sonata, but Ben 14, this guy was so slimy. He was staying so, I mean, sneaky peeky type of gameplay. He was waiting for the last moment. He comes in the continuous burst, and the Sky Piercer helps him a lot to grab up that Maniac as well. And with this, he just finish it up easily. But as we are forwarding towards the second game, we'll be taking a short break to just get prepared for the second one. And before that, you guys, let me know what's your thought. Will it be a 2-0, or are we going to see a comeback from anti-vegetarians?
gonna save someone this time. For him, I will be the beacon through these turbulent seas.
One zero is the score is, and it is Shadow Esports who are having the lead in this BO3 series. And will there be a chance for Team Anti-Vegetarians to come back to show their real potential in the second game, or it will be another clean sweep at Throne of Dawn? Because previous 3 games of the BO3 series in the quarterfinals was all 2-0 clean sweep. It's your boy STD in the casting desk, and with me is none other than my co-caster Debbie will be giving you the entertainment. So Debbie, 2-0 or 2-1? Are we gonna see
I
like
don't know.
reverse split?
The thing is, the way that Shadow Esports has been playing such a brawl, I think, I think for anti-vegetarian, they do have a chance if they go for another brawly combination. But they should careful now. They should have to be careful now because I feel like Shadow Esports, they know what they are doing with the discipline that they usually have, which we cannot see in that first game. I think they should try to strategize their gameplay and try to go for those disciplined kind of game because I feel like anti-vegetarian were not into the brawly type. They did not want to brawl. They were forced to brawl and they were able to hold on first. So it was those simple, small kind of mistake that made them lose the game. So I feel like Shadow Esports they can make it well this time around, but we cannot really say because the draft is what is important, which will be heading towards 2 right now. So anti-vegetarian will be having the first pick and Shadow Esports will be onto the second pick.
Indeed, and they're banning out the same heroes slot, and right now Lapu Lapu. I expect Shadow Esports will be going for the Ishinshin ban as well. Kalea got banned out. Might be gonna see the ban onto Jushin. But last time it was the CC trade, which happened so bad for them because the CC was really annoying for anti-vegetarian in the whole set of the game. And this time, if they're leaving it out, they might gonna find is their way for this CC. But they got the first pick, so they have the advantage to grab it on. Grok is open, Debbie, yet not banned by any side though.
Oh, Grok. The thing about Grok is that it's very, very annoying for the jungles onto the opponent's side. You kind of follow him all over the places and you'll be getting all of that too. And the views, the map and the vision and the knockups and the crowd control as well. This is why you kind of lower down. It kind of can poke you too. So you have to remove out the Grok because if you let it go, it's very, very annoying. So Shadow Esports, they with the Lensa and the Lapu being banned away, they can actually ban the CC now, right? Or something else.
Yeah, CC might be the thing, or I don't. Ishinshin got banned here. The Angela got as well. I believe like Grok should get banned. CC you can actually trade it out and you can go for the Ruby pick, or you can actually go for something else as well. But no, they're banning out the Jushin. CC, Grok, everything is open right now. And it might be a chance if you're going for the CC, they will grab up the Grok here for them.
Mm,
Indeed, they will be going for the Grok. And with the Grok,
Grok.
what could else can come? Joy,
I don't Oh, Joy, Arlot. Oh, wait. Arlot is still gonna be. I mean, CC is still a flex, right? So you cannot really pick out the Arlot very early. Or pick out the Arlot and the. Oh, wait. The Phobius? Will the Phobius work here? But it's gonna be too early, right? So they can actually prioritize onto the jungle first. Oh, Kimi again. Basha? Is the Basha good here? Oh, Gatot instead. Well, they're kind of
No.
denying the CC Gatot gacha combination instead.
Okay, I mean, of course, you know that
See value
it's
in
a
me?
possible thing for two man to get cut up by the AOG because of the curtain call. So that was a good decision though from Shadow Esports. But you're trading out the Grok this time, and there you go. I mean, nobody gonna leave it out. They'll be having the Fedrin as well. Two chunky sustain as well as the CC is kind of sustained with the Yo-Yo Bleach. So it's might like three sustain heroes. So carry? No, they're going for the Bakshia here rather than the carry. So it's more like a pick-off combo from both these sides. They got the Kimi, they got the Bakshia. Whereas we might gonna see a Lunox from the side of team
Oh.
anti-vegetarian, or the Lunox will get banned. By the way, let's see.
I like this here, but the Basha is good for Seto, but anti-vegetarian, oh, they wanna play the Fredrin when there's already a Basha, but it was understandable that Seto Esports wanted to go for the Basha because of the ban onto the Zushin. I'm actually not surprised that Levan went for the utility for these two games, but I'm actually very, very surprised that anti-vegetarian went and took the risk of picking out the Fedrin against the Basha. They are going to be struggling into the early game, especially against the in the first turtle too. And when you don't get the first turtle with the Fedrin, you don't really have that opening that you require. But Shadow Esports, they banned away Daiv, which is a very, very good hero that you have to ban when you are on the Basha. They are just paving their way for the Basha to have a good time, and the Kiri as well, I would say. But they are just narrowing down the mage's advantage. Oh man, the Farsa also went away. Two gold lane bans again for anti-vegetarian. I like that they respected the Herit though.
Yeah, indeed. And now you can see that the Fursa got banned, as you mentioned about the Eva as well. Harrod this time will be taken out, Granger as well, but there is a huge chance that they can go with the Nathan. Nathan will be the true damage burst hero for against that Fedrin as well as the Grok. But getting me a surprise way that why they didn't win. I mean, they didn't go for the Xbog. Would have been great if they would
Mhm.
have gone for the
Yeah,
Xbog. But,
that's what. Export the
I mean,
second
there is
time is
no
definitely
heal.
not the best. Oh, yeah?
Yeah, there is no heal out there in anti-vegetarian, so you
Mm.
don't doesn't need the
Oh,
Bakshia.
well, yeah, that was it. But they still, I mean, they have the grog, so they are gonna be having a little bit of a setup
Oh,
too. Haha, now that they ban out the Angela and they go for the Fredrin, I think the glue really does well against the Fredrin as too because it's a very melee hero and wants to stay in the team fight stand and take all the damages. But anti-vegetarian, if they pick out the counter for glue, you know what? I think even if they pick out the Vexana, I wouldn't mind because this is a
no,
very, very good hero.
maybe the
Yeah.
Faramir will be the best here because it's like gonna
Huh?
counter out the blue and it will give a little bit of shield with the Nether Realm. So it's like the Fedron will get some shield as well. Faramis is the best option they can actually go for. At the same time, they can go for the Lapu Lapu Gold as well. Like Lapu Lapu get that immune with the glue grabbing him up. So it's more like,
Hmm.
I mean, what they're planning, I'm not sure, but they are going with this Nathan pick. I was expecting it for the side of team SDES, which just went out into the hand of team anti-vegetarian with the Lunox in their hand. Two burst at
Wow.
the same time. So against the Nathan, do you feel what will be suitable?
Nathan, you kind of want to play the Nathan against a magic hero, which the Kimi is already there, so safe to say that they wanted to go for the 1-1. But I think the 1-1 will not really have a good time against Jonathan into the laning phase. But yeah, it's definitely going to be okay if they have the Kimi online. Because from what I've seen, Ash, the Nathan kind of, if you want to match out the damage coming from the Nathan, you have to play out the Kimi. Whether it can be in the mid. Wait, it should be in the mid. Yeah, it should be in the mid. And this is exactly what Seto Esports are doing. They are not scared of the Nathan anymore because they know that they will be able to pick out the Nathan with the Kimi, and strengthen out the damages that they already have altogether. So two marksmen in one team and two late heroes, late game heroes, Magic for the side of anti-vegetarians. It's gonna be a game of scaling composition.
Scaling composition. Let's see. Like it's more like they will be trading out a lot of magic damage in the team fights, and it's more of a like who will be coming into the team fight more, like 1-1 or the Nathan. This even if the 1-1 is joining the team fight, the Nathan will have the upper hand. So let's see. Like I'll suggest like this time it's more like both the teams have good pick off combo with them, and team anti-vegetarian with their draft is having a little bit of upper hand because of that Lunox.
That's what we'll see what they will be able to do here into game number 2, ladies and gentlemen. And Team Vegetarian are onto the verge of the lose, and Seto Esports they have one win onto their packets right now. So let's see what Lemon will be able to do with the Bastia here, because a lot of bursty composition already for the side of anti-vegetarian. But the thing about a bursty late game damage to your hero is that you kind of struggle into the early phases. It's all into the hands of the Fredrin here to get that early game momentum, but top lane, hey, what happened? Haruka?
Haruka got busted down by the CC, even though he's the winning lane still. Flicker got baited out. They're going in there. Okay, there was
Hey!
a pause.
Oh no.
Oh, what is happening there? I need to see. I mean, CC doesn't have the second skill. Blue already casted the first one. Tier
Yeah.
damage about to come, so it's more like 1-for-1 coming in soon.
That's what actually very crucial. Sometimes the pulls are very, very in an outward mode. If Haruka is able to play this off, it would be amazing. It would be an epic outplay because the dive is too deep for La Passion, I would say, because he already used out his spell as well, the sprint, to try to dive into Haruka, and there was an outward movement to, oh my god, he got that kill. So that's definitely going to be okay. First of all, into the hands of La Passion onto that CC right now, so he'll be able to have the early lead, but mid lane though, stun.
Knockoff comes in there as well, and the first block been secured by the CC. But look at that, the damage continues to 1. The magic penetration already there from Ben 14. And last time, Ben 14 was the X Factor for the side of Team Shadow Esports. Okay, you won the EXP. Now the goal lane will be talking. It will be the Wink securing the kill onto the Natan there.
Oh my god, I think that's gonna be an early lead that they're looking for. If you shut down the Natan very early on, it's definitely gonna be in favor of yourself. You do not want him to scale very, very easily. You want to play him to the lane. So they have to play for against the Natan too. But for anti-vegetarian, they have to protect the Natan at all costs. But they cannot really do that when they have a losing mid lane, because the clearance coming through from the Lunox is definitely not gonna be enough, because the Kimi is definitely gonna be out there. But Haruka right now stunned.
Okay, the split already on, and the grab about to come. Lab Passion falls down, turtle spawn into the time where the EXP laner goes down, but they're still having the chance to secure this turtle to contest it out, because they do have the Fedrin into the jungle. At the same time, the turtle dance being started off by the side of Team Shadow Esports, and the GG zone coming in there for onto the Fedrin, and it will be an uncontested one, Debbie.
Yeah, uncontested is gonna be completely free and taken, but hey, there might be an engage. Look at that.
Okay, they find their way onto the blue of the Fedrin. The Yo-Yo Blaze, the curtain call, everything there. Brilliance comes up as well. It's more like 2-for-1 in the trade of the micro. They got the turtle, so 3. And they got the blue as well from Fedrin. So not a good start
Oh
for
my god.
the vegetarian, you can say, for the turtle fight.
Deroyu is definitely not going to be having the greatest time of his life, because already 1k gold lead into the hands of the side of SDES when they are both onto the utility. So the one who have the more gold and experience will be in the favor, because most of the time when you see a Basha, he's really, really having a good time against the Fredrin. He's not giving the heal, but Haruka with a little bit of a poke into the mid side, they are rotating so cleanly. When you win out into this mid lane combination, you have the chance to rotate barricade all over the places and have the give the help to the other lanes that has been suffering. So it's very very good that they are able to have that winning mid lane for the side of SDS. Meanwhile, anti-vegetarian are more into focusing on disengaging or reacting to the matches, to the sets coming through from the side of Seto Esports more than them going in and going for the initiation. But the thing about their combination is that they do have a late game competition, so they can wait for the late game. But bot lane though,
The engage
AOT.
though, the Tony charge comes up there. 4-man knockout. Natan goes in. Una
Oh.
Zoas will be securing the kill there. The burst was so real, and the Tortoise Poison just comes in as well. In the meantime, Glue following up there for the team fight. It will be the 1-for-none trade, and this time it will be anti-vegetarian though. The turtle spawn
Yeah.
is once again. The split is on. The CC goes back there, but a lot of poke and crowd control being done from the person call. Oh, beautifully went for the grab and goes down as well. And again, they're zoning out those two people there, not letting them go for the turtle. Vedran secure the blue, comes up for the turtle, might be. Okay, let's see.
You know, oh my god, Wink might be. Oh, jeez, wall. Yeah, the wall is the bat
Oh.
for one lemon. Oh my god, he was able to grab a kill and a compensation for those marksmen right now. So this is gonna be still in favor of the side of SDES. They are able to take down the marksman again, and the turtle is what they want to focus on. And Haruka still healthily available, might be low. Look at that.
Okay, he, went out. He still have the health though. He's getting a lot of damage, and he might falls down. The turtle being dancing right now, and it will be
What?
Zero you will be securing the turtle. The grab being on. And in the meantime, look at the Grok. He goes in for the engage inside the turtle lane. And in the meantime, he got a lot of damage from Ben Foden as well. The burst comes in. He got slain double for Ben Foden onto the Lunox. Finds a way to execute out the Brethren as well. Triple. Can it be a Maniac's lever of fetch peak and goes inside the tier at this point because the Maniacs are coming and the traction balls got used as well. Still, La Passion is hiding in the bush at this moment. Let's see if they can actually execute out the plan or not. In the meantime, they're holding out the lane there. The Yo-Yo Blitz comes up. Haruka! Haruka!
Oh my god.
How can you fall down? It might be the Ben Foden misconception. A miscalculation, you can say. But now the flicker baited out into it will be shut down after the triple. Oh my goodness, La Passion. This guy is so good. Onto the EXP.
What an amazing engage coming through from La Peasant yet again. This guy was the one who turned the tide around into the first game, even if they lost it out. And this time, he is on the way to making it again. But hey, tech charge!
Okay, take charge, and now Lemon falls down. Yuzo will be the one securing the kill there. The macro got secured as well on the bot side. Team Anti-Vegetarian are online, Debbie. They are just going on, securing every micro and macro objectives for them. It might be a tough game for Shadow Esports to clean it up with a 2-0 sweep.
Yep, that is what they have to focus on. They cannot really get their guards down. But right now, the wall coming in, engage!
Yeah, another engage this time. It will be Buju securing the kill. And AOG got baited down there for the safe. But this is the thing we're talking about. The third turtle is here, and it's more like Team Anti-Vegetarian have their scenario for them. The scenario is so good so that they can grab it up and can actually go for a little bit more EXP and gold for them.
This is why it's actually important that you do not really throw upon anything else. But hey, there might be an engage coming through. Haruka flickering away, so it's gonna be okay. But the turtle was actually into the hands of Unazoa. So this is in a ton, and he's definitely gonna be farming up. But La Passion, look at that.
La Passion, yep, now getting trapped down, but he's still, clearing out the lanes. This is why, you cannot open up a CC, even though she's kind of a squishy, but still, the Yo-Yo Bleach and their reason is so good. It's more like, trading out that winning lane. Even if you're having another winning lane glue, still Haruka is falling down again and again with those CC's attack. But now, Akshay goes in with the roller coaster and got stopped down by the wall.
That was an obstacle. It was actually a very, very weird interaction between the two people. But here, the thing is, for anti-vegetarian, they are back online. The turret takes and the amount of map control that they are actually grabbing back is amazing. And I would like to say that it's all into the hands of La Passion yet again because he was able to win out in a 2v2 situation. But hey, nevertheless, stun coming through.
Hey, 4-man knock-up with the tech charge coming in there. But look at Ben Fotin's damage. The Tortoise Potion slowing it out with the way. But the Una Joy went for the entropy, dealing a lot of damage. But at the same time, La Passion goes in for the zone and comes out as well without any scratch on him. But still, I mean, Team Shadow Esports is giving a little bit of hardship to the anti-vegetarian in the team fight, even though the okay he goes in the Blaze finds the kill onto the Kimmy, but this time he's getting trapped down there. The mechanism is so high, and it will be a shutdown from Wing onto La Passion after a long time. Fedin goes for the engage, Entropy comes in with the AOG coming up as well, but look at the Nathan, the crossbow tank, double secured for Wing, and now they might gonna go for the Fedrin. The Chunky Daddy is still standing there, but at a half of health, sliver of HP. What a way to secure the triple on the Mudo! And there you go, they're still engaging out, they're still dancing on, being on there. Might be a Maniac for Wink. Let's see, Ben Foden was the one to take the Maniac in the first game. Maybe a Maniac? Oh no.
Oh.
You Vizta.
That was so close for comfort, but La Passion, I really wish the anti-vegetarian was gonna trade away his life for the gold laner, not the gold laner, the mid stealer, and was gonna be okay. But them trading out a lot, hey, it's gonna be okay. Entropy, man, these guys are scaring me, always brawling here and there. But yeah, the more they stay in the team fight, the more they are gonna be struggling on which they are gonna be targeting on. So if they trade out the La Passion's life with the life of Ben 14 onto that top lane, anti-vegetarian could have had the game into their bag, but them deciding to go for the team fights more and more again is definitely not into their favor. Look at the taunt coming in.
Yeah, it's just a poke though, but now we can see that. Oh my goodness, the damage! Oh! Wink!
Wow.
I mean, before he can cast the crossbow tang, he finds his way onto La Passion. It's like melting down him there. So much damage got dished out, but still he couldn't survive even the vengeance was on for him.
That was actually amazing to say the least, but what a nice engage. Haruka actually taken down, but AOZ just for the zone because they took the lot already. So back up, man, back up. They have to back away here now. They need to stay disciplined because even though they haven't had their turrets taken down, only one turret down, their main focus has to be the outer turrets for the side of anti-vegetarian. So with this lord, even though it's not evolved yet, it's a very early and squishy lord, they have to try to at least find one game and maybe try to focus onto the long lanes much more and get the favor from the lord instead. So exactly this is going to be what they are doing right now, but hey, it is a Nathan they are having for anti-vegetarian. The clearance is definitely going to be out there.
And at the same time, they got this tier 2 onto the top side. Their work is good. I mean, they literally ignored the Lord and went for the top to clear it out. And onto the bot side as well, there's a piles of minions coming in too. So they might gonna grab up the second tier on the bottom. Before that, tectonic charge onto no one this time though. But the Yo-Yo Blaze coming in and Monster will be secured onto Joa. What a way win is! Literally, Wink is literally going and taking out them AOG. Just a defense though, but he's got a lot of chunky damage there. Can it be a chunk down after he's just wait? No, before he can cast out, he goes down. Lemon as well. It's a 1-for-1 onto the jungle though, but the trade will be 2-for-1 with the cheer falling down. Macro got secure. Holy Blessing goes up from the bot side. He went for the zone there, but still, it's more like the macro lead is still in the hand of Shadow Esports. They're just opening up the map. The blues are going down. It's more like a raid coming in. Once again, the crossbow tank got unlocked here and secured the kill onto Grog. And oh my goodness, Voodoo! Before, he doesn't have the brilliance. So he goes down as well, but the shutdown happened after a long time on the wing, and the entropy was the one from Nathan. Cleared it out for them.
Amazing clearance coming through for the Nathan and re-engagement as well. But Wink, what an amazing shot that he was doing in between the turrets. You cannot really do that and get away with it, but he was able to find 2 kills across the board and get the shutdown as well. But it was an important shutdown that have been taken into the hands of Yuna Joa. I'm so used to the brain rots, man. But hey, it's still gonna be okay because right now Shadow Esports, they are going to be backing away. They have to wait for the Lord. Less than 40 seconds is what they are going to be having right now. And they cannot really risk going for a 50-50 situation into this slot right now because they are actually ahead onto the goal, which is a approximately 2k. It's still doable for them. They have the damages. But then again, anti-vegetarian, the longer they want to drag the game, the more important it is for them to have the damage and the frontliners as well. Because the Natan is what they are going to be playing for. And the Natan is already having the damage that we can see. You also got the shutdown, which is very big for them. The bounty is definitely into his hands, and that just means that he's gonna be having all those damages equipments that he's required. But now the zone is gonna be coming through for the side of Shadow Esports because they don't want anti-vegetarian going for a 50
Well,
into the Lord. Look at that.
yeah. It's more like the Grok was so good pick, but it's more like he's missing out the tech charge and the follow-up are not so good. I mean, the pick-off combo we were thinking for anti-vegetarian goes off when the mid to late phase is coming in, and the mid phase is totally doomed at this point. And there you go, easy lot for Ben 14, and they're still taking out the charge here to the fight. Haruka is so aggressive though.
Mm-hmm. And now, and this is the aggression that they want to do onto the glue because they are actually ahead, and they want that mid lane turret too, and they will be able to take it if they have the minions available. But the clearance is what anti-vegetarian are depending on. They want to clear out with the minions with the presence of the Natan. Oh, of course, the CC as well still out there, but with the Lord marching onto the top lane side, they might eventually have to concede and give this mid lane turret and try to focus on defending the outer turrets instead of this one. But hey, there might be an engage coming through nonetheless. But yeah, when the Lord is gonna be in, we might eventually see a fight break out.
Yeah, might be a fight breakout soon here onto the top side. But again, they're just synchronizing the lane. They need those inhibitors. They're not about to finish the game in this with this slot. And then Trophy got used there. The engages well.
What?
Initiation, greater one. AOG popped up. 3-man knockout. Freezes Wait got used as well. But this will be a chunk onto the Haruka. RDZ falls down. 2-man down already.
What?
Will be taken out from the backdoor entry. Killing spree onto the Voodoo there. And the two backliners will be going back. No, no, double secured by Una Joy. He's going for a triple at this moment. But look at the 1-1 wing. Goes back at this point, but the macro are in danger. Into the mid. We might gonna see a mighty push, a rush as well from the side of anti-vegetarian. They do have the minions as well. And look at that. They find so their way onto the tier 1. Now they're going for the tier 2. Oh.
Wink.
Okay. The Purify though.
Okay, engage.
No.
No, man. Wink. That was actually amazing, but AOZ will not connecting to anyone just before because just for the clearance is gonna be okay. But what a good setup or a comeback coming through fight by anti-vegetarian. But hey, they want to go for a fight again?
And Trophy once again. Okay, his grass just went for the grab, but the turret got destroyed out before it can reach out any damage. Ben is still looking after the backline damage there. Arizi. Double, triple for Voodoo. Can he go for the Maniac?
What?
No, it will be La Passion. Not gonna give anyone those Maniacs. And we'll be securing the kill onto Ben 14. 4-man down with just an official statement from anti-vegetarian. They managed to wipe out Team Shadow Esports here. Though Wink comes back, but it's more like 1v5, so I don't think they're gonna sustain it out. We're going for the third game. The Heaven Call is about to come. Then Trophy got used.
What?
Wait. The lanes there. Okay.
Wait.
The 1-1 with the crossbow tang goes in there. Got a lot of damage and will be pierced out. Natan secured the win. Una Joy. With that, it will be a third game decided. The first third game decided in the quarterfinals. We're going for it, guys. Victory and a point into the hand of team the anti-vegetarian.
A massive throw coming through for the side of SES. They weren't able to end the game because of the clearance coming through for the Natan as well. But what a good positioning Una Joa onto that Natan, man. That was amazing to say the least that he was able to find all of those openings and get all the damages done and the shutdown onto Ben 14 as well. the positioning was actually on point. One thing I had a problem about is that band 14, when there was an engage, if he was actually there, they could have invaded, they could have gone in, brute force their way, get the top turret and get the damages done, but he was more focused on taking out the mid lane side. Of course it's gonna be okay, but there was a lot of crowd control happening onto the top lane. They could have went in and go for the end, but oh my goodness, there was already a scaling Nathan we are talking about. He had the damages. There's no way the Kimi and the Wawan could stand against them with that kind of damage already coming through from the Nathan. The clearance coming for Nathan is definitely going to be on the top tier because of this reason. And when you go for this late game, he's going to be coming out on top in comparison to the Wawan.
Indeed. And with this, we'll be taking a short break because there will be another toss coming in for the third game decider. Let's see who'll be winning the toss and who'll be having the first pick or the server. We'll be coming back soon, guys. So stay tuned with us and don't forget to hit the subscribe button.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna save someone this time. For him, I will be the beacon through these turbulent seas.
Welcome back, guys, for the third game decider. The Heaven's Call, of course, is between Team Shadow Esports versus the Anti-Vegetarian at the Throne of Dawn Season 1, powered by Miko Gaming Official. And, of course, the last game was so intense one for both these sides. When we saw a little bit of spike from the early game to Anti-Vegetarian, then we see a shift in the game when Team Shadow Esports take out the macro and the micro play, and then we saw like the one mistake they did at the Lord Dance, not the Lord Dance, you can say the Lord Rush. The same time, they just got 3-man down, 4-man down, and then Natan got the power spike, and in the end, it was over. The four man just gone, and it was just Wink surviving, defending it up. The base goes off as well. But now, again, we are back for the game number 3, and it is Anti-Vegetarian going for the second pick here. Shadow Esports batting out the Grok, Ishanshin as well. Me, ST running with Debbie in the casting deck.
My tail's been itching for a real fight. Let's hear from the crowd. Make some noise for yours truly.
Like you said, Lemon can pick up the Hayabusa anytime soon if they go for the first star here. So they're still in the back foot right now. So what's gonna be good? Is it gonna be the Basha?
Baksha, they can also go for the Fedrin as well because last time, 2 times we have been seeing like it's not only the CC, it's more of a like Fedrin jungle as well.
Fedrin, mm.
And I mean, even though I was in a dilemma, like why they didn't went and didn't go for that Natan for their side. They went for that 1-1, but still,
Oh,
Wink managed to score a lot with that 1-1. But now trading out that Jushin for yourself, you just gave out that Kimi as well, and the Gatotkacha goes into the hand of anti-vegetarian. At the same time, Shadow Esports Wink will be going for the Hadith here, and the third pick might be
oh.
onto the, I mean, Lapu Lapu EX a lot. It's in a bit of thought. I'm in a bit of thought.
Hayabusa. Oh my god, there we go. It's gonna be the Hayabusa. Your wish is gonna be granted by Lemon here. The first pick Hayabusa would not have worked, right? If they had if they see the Hayabusa already, they would try to counter it out into the jungle and no into the room. But hey, like you mentioned, it's gonna be the fighting that they're gonna be actually going for. So I feel like the Royal is more well versed onto the utility and fighter jungle rather than the assassin, so they have to be constantly banning out the Lancelot. But they are ready to go against the Hayabusa, I suppose, because they pick up this already heavy utility into that jungle right now. So Hylo's being taken away by anti-vegetarian and Shadow Esports. What could they remove here? They have to remove out a marksman, right?
Yeah, they need to ban out those marksmen, but no, they're banning out a lot here. They
Arlot.
are like,
Oh,
I mean, the marksman is not a big deal nowadays. You can go for the
I see.
fighter into the goal
Mm.
lane, so it's more like banning out this thing. But they need a proper marksman here because they got the Fedrin for the jungle, so they need some damage dealer other
Ah.
than the Kimi. And at the
Mm.
same time, it's more like the Gatotkacha Fedin is a good combo because I believe like the Revitalize spell will actually give a little bit of heal to the utility. At the same time,
Mm.
the AOG can mark off, can engage better, and the Fedin can
Mm.
go in and give some crowd control with the second and the third.
I feel like they are banning out the Arlet because of the combination that it can come through with the Fredin also, right? So this is a very good ban, Shadow Esports. But Yuzong also removed, so they are trying to narrow down the amount of XP laners that's going to be available, right? I won't be surprised if Shadow Esports will be going for the XP ban here. Oh my god, they actually went for the
Oh,
XP ban too.
no.
Well, Esmeralda, it could have been a goal Esmeralda too against the Harriets. It could have worked out, but yeah, they have to remove it now. So anti-vegetarian, are they gonna be choosing their XP lane right now, or are they gonna be dragging it on?
They're planning out for a Phobius pick, I believe, because I mean, banning out the Esmeralda, giving a little bit of chances that you're going for the Lapu Lapu. Is playing with the mind of anti-vegetarian. They will go for the,
Mm-hmm.
Lapu Lapu, and then you can just pick up that Phobius for yourself.
Oh
It's a
yeah.
very nice idea coming out from Shadow Esports, but at the same time, if anti-vegetarian can, crack it out, they can go for the Phobius as well. So stopping out
Uh
the
huh.
Lapu Lapu. But moreover, like Lapu Lapu not going to do the laning. It's more like joining the team fights.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
as you mentioned, Esmeralda goal against okay, they didn't crack out.
Okay. So, hmm, is it gonna be the Phobius now? Or wait, they need something tankier. Okay, Elise instead. Okay, Elise was actually amazing here. I kind of like the Elise against this com actually because they kind of stop out all this the back and forth combination that anti-vegetarian had going on for them. And Badang into the room, huh? Okay, the Badang is gonna be something that they are gonna be reliant on, and it's a hero that kind of sets a lot, but it's not really the very best, but it's also up there, right? Because of the crowd control that he have, and you have the more chances for security onto those objectives as well. So they can actually work out now. They have the crowd control and the constant CC as well, the stuns. But anti-vegetarian now, they have to choose their goal laner. They already have the Kimi, but like you mentioned, they might need an extra damage here. Physical, apparently.
Yeah, it's like Debbie. I mean, they're having the badang kind of having a half grok, you can say, because it's more like the wall thing. Oh, what?
Wait, Lapu goal?
Lapu goal, Xbox
Huh?
against Alice. Okay.
Export. Wait. It can be export goal, Lapu XP.
No,
Both
I
of
mean,
these heroes are played XP, right?
yeah.
Come on, man.
This is so
This is
confusing at the same time because you need a damage dealer. I mean, against the Harith, a lot of options were open for you. Like
Mm.
you could have gone with the Granger
Yeah,
or
yeah.
Nathan once again. Or it might be the thing like the Hayabusa
Um,
is there, so they're not going for the squeezy pick.
I guess.
Let's see.
So we have to see. We have to see. I'm kind of worried. Does that? I mean, at least it's more of a team fight hero rather than a laner like the Lapu. So they can put the Lapu into the XP and get the Xbox for the Harris. But if they do that, the Xbox Faraga armor will be melted down easily by the Harris too. Man, I don't know which is gonna be better. The more the team fight is gonna be, the more interesting it's gonna be getting because they the only the only magic damage source that anti-vegetarian have right now is gonna be the Kimi. They got to play for the Kimi, and this is a mid lane Kimi we are talking about. Meanwhile, for the Son of SDS, they have a lot of scaling heroes. They are gonna be playing for the Harris this time around because they have a utility into the mid side.
Yeah. Let's see, guys. Team Shadow Esports once again going against anti-vegetarian third game decider at Throne of Dawn, powered by Miko Gaming Official. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Land of Dawn, and here the stage is set for the last battle between these two teams to grab up the slot in the semi-finals. And we can see already the early game skirmish. Haruka, the aggressive man, is still dealing a lot of damage to La Passion here. And this is the way, I mean, you will having the upper hand against the Xbox in the first early 3 to 4 minutes, unless he will get that level 4
Mm.
mark.
Exactly, and it's actually going to be the Lapu Lapu into the gold lane going against the Harrods. But you know, with the melee heroes, the marksmen, right? The taunt wait, actually, they're going to be engaging stun.
Stun. And good stun it was. Like Might Finite is okay. He got a little bit of, you can say, poke there with the Jushin. Ben Foden is literally hindering him out in the early game. It's more like the Jushin thing is more like in the team fight, Debbie.
Yeah. I think this is gonna be actually a dead lane for both the lanes right now. They are more gonna be focusing on going against each other in a 1v1 situation. It's gonna be dependent on how the mid plays. Hey, look at that!
Hey, once again got stunned there. Oh my goodness, my flight will be securing the kill onto Arizy. Roamer for the roam. Quad Shadow comes in. Lemon, can he go for the engage? Oh, the tier damage. But what happened onto the bot? Onto the top? It's like Haruka goes down in the hand of Vedrin. It was a 2 for none.
2 for none. All in favor of the side of anti-vegetarian. And this time around, I feel like Shadow Esports are losing a little bit of a momentum that they have with the Jushin and the Kimi when they do not have the Kimi right now. But the turtle is going to be started quite a lot by them. La Passion with the Joan. Look at that.
What Shadow used, he's going for the Ogi Shadow kill now. Let's see the 50-50
Oh.
retreat. He just used it so first, and Diru will be securing the turtle. AOG comes up for the engage. He's at a half of health, but now the Crimson Beacon popped up, and it will be Voodoo securing the kill onto Ben Foden and going for a double. The flicker baited up as well into the safer zone. The blue buff goes out from the hand of Team Shadow Esports Jungler.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a steal. A lot of gain already accumulated by the side of anti-vegetarian because now they have the turtle and they also have the blue buff again. But hey, engage!
The engage, and this time Lemon falls down with the Brave Spicer comes in. The 3-man tap down mechanism. Zero CC onto Arizy and goes down as well there. It's a 6 for none. I mean 5 for none into the micro, into the scoreboard. What a dreamy start for anti-vegetarian in a dreamy game, because this game will decide your slot onto the semi-finals.
Yeah, this is actually one of the most important matches, and this is the first time I've seen Shadow Esports choking into the early game. But hey, Brave Spider!
Okay, another engage. Appraisal straight, but he goes back. Beautifully dodge it out. Beautifully, into the safer way. But at the same time, it's more like Shadow Esports are literally falling out again and again. But look at Lemon. Will be securing that red buff and will be
Safe. I think, yeah, he's just trying to go for a little bit of an equalizer onto the level leads that he already actually lost with the turtle take and the blue buff take that Fredrin already had. So yeah, this is gonna be the only way that he'll be able to find out that level equalizer. But hey, onto the top lane there might be a little bit of engage, but it's gonna be an okay game. But hey, mid lane though, stun.
Nah, that was not so good. That was not so good. I mean, it was literally, very easy way for the rotation. You should have taken some other way.
Yeah, that was actually very predictable. To be honest,
Yeah.
coming through from Budo, you know, you kind of have to be careful right now. But hey, there might be plenty something. A Razy not getting a stun on, but the turtle is what they wanted to focus on. But backline, Una.
Beautifully zoned out there. The quad shadow comes up once again, and this time it's more like the zone from the side of team anti-vegetarian. They're making up that curve for them, and they're zoning out beautifully. But at the same time, Zaman first popped up. Una Zoa with the Lapu. Arizi falls down. Lemon grab of the turtle. What a clutch it was! But at the same time, the Voodoo falls down 1-for-1 with the macro. Double for Lemon. 2-for-1 right now. Lab Passion goes down. What a way the two side laners boomed up at this point. At the same time, look at the Lapu Lapu. He's going for the British fighter. Ben Putin will be dragging him up as well. And then you're going to see the quad shadow got connected. Can he go for the engage? No. Seven first popped up. The Phil fighting out. And the Fedrin goes back. Joey.
Yeah, that
Joey.
was, you know, it was actually a very, very long fight that even the Zaman first already was 2 times in a row, but still onto the bottom lane. I feel like Una Joe was doing a really good job in trying to zone out the members of the side of Shadow Esports from the turtle, but unfortunately they weren't able to get that retribution right on time, and it was amazing that Lemon was able to enter, get 2 kills, get the retribution, and walk away with it. So it's gonna be an equalizer that Shadow Esports are actually looking for, but hey, bot lane's done.
Down, Fish Crack comes up as well. This time Wing will be securing the kill onto Una Zoe. Zaman first still walking in. He's going for the Synchrono Vision though. At the same time, you can see a little bit of zone from Ben Putin coming in. He's going for the engage. He does have the Crimson Bacon though. I don't think he'll be, going to use it up. But it's more like Might Knight doesn't have the AOG, so you can actually go for the fight. At the same time, Forest coming in, Fedrin and the Xbog as well. They finds a way for the macro.
This is actually a very, very good for Shadow Esports right now. They bottom lane side, and they will be able to secure onto this turret. You know, most of the time when they took the team fight into that first 2 games, they weren't able to find anything. Hey, Last Insanity popped. Maybe he might be in trouble, but it's gonna be for safety, so he's definitely gonna be okay right there. But onto the top side as well, this is gonna be Wink focusing on another objective tick. He knows that the more objective that he had onto their hands, the more win, the higher the chances of the win condition is gonna be. But he might be in trouble though. Flicker. Okay, he doesn't use the flicker, so it's gonna be okay.
Yeah, it's like, at the perfect timing, he just went for that blink. But now, Shadow Esports having their way for this turtle. Una Joy coming in for the engage here, and he went for the bravest fighter. Fedrin joins as well. Let's see the retreat. Oh. Una Leroy securing the turtle. Lemon falls down in the hand of Lapash, and the revenge will be done here onto Lemon. At the same time, Crimson Bacon flicker baited as well. Oh, GG dodge though from Ben Putin.
That was a good engage coming out from Joa onto that Lapu Lapu. Maybe he wants to go for those engages most of the time. He doesn't really care about the Zushin no more. And that's actually going to be worthwhile for them onto the objective takes too. But the thing about this lineup that Anti-Vegetarian has already brought, they don't have the fastest clearance. They do not have the far lane plays. But hey, what happened? Ben 14 actually executed into that mid lane. What was that engage?
Yeah, and it's more like, Ben Putin was kind of vulnerable to that situation. He shouldn't have went for that. What can we say? Like, the zone was pretty good from the anti-vegetarian at the point.
Yeah.
And Debbie, I believe like this game is so intense for both the sides. Team Shadow Esports are not giving it out. They're literally fighting for it. At the same time, a little bit of mistakes is happening in the zone particular way. Flicker alt comes up. Arizi finds the kill onto Voodoo there, as well as Lap Passion goes in. Lemon falls down. Crimson Bacon used as well, but at the same time AOG comes up for the disengage though. Salmon first popped up by Wing. A lot of damage is reaching out. Killing spree onto Arizi by Lap Passion. He goes in with a burst. Killing spree onto Ben Putin as well. At the same time, the blood all comes in. Might Knight falls down. Double for Diroyu. And Wing falls down in the meantime. And freezes right. Oh, Haruka! For the thing though. Blood out this time, and it will be Haruka onto Una Zoe. And 13-6. There's more like a 1:2 ratio onto the micro. They will be securing the blue buff and will be going for the Lord here. This is just 10-second mark away. Lemon goes in with the Coach Shadow with the Book Shadow as well, but now he's he's in the cooldown. He might be vulnerable to the state. Last Insanity coming in. Does he have the CD? Yeah. He has the CD onto the second skill, so he goes down with the mega kill, and Farag armor is not there, so revenge comes up. Lap Passion falls down, shut down onto him by Wink. that they doesn't have the jungler, Debbie.
Yeah, this is actually okay because they are trading out the jungle for the XP laner. They might be able to contest onto the Lord, but this is actually Shadow Esports trying to decide whether to go in or not, but they are not sent away. Look at that!
Oh, what a way you can see like this. The third Lord falls down in the hand of Team Anti-Vegetarian. At the same time, Flicker popped up. Sliver of HP got Kasha. Look at him. Inch it is. And he finds his way back into the base with a recall. No fatalities from the side of Anti-Vegetarian. So good with the dodging. So good with the macro play.
Amazing setup that they did, and it was actually very undisciplined or uncharacteristic kind for Shadow Esports to go for the contest when they do not really have Lemon into the picture, because if they wanted to go for the contest they should be having their jungle, but the setup was actually good, but the tankiness coming through already for the side of Anti-Vegetarian was enough for them to try to sustain this all out. But Ben 14 was even actually trying to survive, but hey, Lesson Sanity not gonna be popping anything anytime soon, but it's definitely gonna be wasting out the resources, right? The Flicker is gone for Arizi, and he's not gonna be setting a big set for the team anytime soon.
Yeah, now they're just trapping them up. Arizi in a vulnerable position will be taken out by Voodoo with a backline damage there, and the tier 2 falls down in the hand of team the Anti-Vegetarian. Double for Voodoo. In the meantime, La Passion falls down. This is a Woogie Shadow kill coming out for Lemon. 2 for 1 is the score with the macro got into the hand, but now what was the need then put in? Why would that engage? Triple. Voodoo got it. Flicker baited out, and now the quad shadow connected. Wing comes in, Might Knight falls down as well, but now they need to retaliate back into the safer way. The Holy Crystal got accumulated by Arif. Wing.
Yeah. Wink already got the Holy Crystal, which is the necessary item that he's going to be looking for. And of course, Voodoo will be grabbing onto the going one as well. So this time around, I feel like this is going to be a 50-50, very 50-50, but more in favor of the side of Anti-Vegetarian because they have the struggle to get all to those turrets as well. They have to focus more onto the objective, which is exactly what they did right now, able to crack open onto that mid lane as well. So this is definitely going to be important for them, but Deroyo grabbing onto that golden helmet just so he can stay into the game and be tanky, but Bravest Fighter actually being popped just for the John because it's okay, you know. Bravest Fighter have a very very short cooldown. It's gonna be popped anytime soon. But Lemon is on duty though.
AOG, oh my goodness, look at Voodoo double onto Haruka.
Wow.
Seconds, he finds the double there, and now it's more like look at Lemon. He's on the top. He needs to recall back on this fight. Split push is going on. He's about to come. Bravest Fighter joining in, and Lemon needs to come back at this point. Killing spree happen. Una Joy. Look at the continuous brush. Monster. The monster is here. It will be Voodoo Child. Will be securing a monster right now. The recall and the emote spamming going in. They will be securing the inhibitor there, but no. Good Shadow. Woogie Shadow kill comes up, clearing out the lane here.
No.
It will be the safe choice for Shadow Esports. They're still fighting in. They will be still online. But how much time is there, Debbie?
This is gonna be very, very less time. There's no chances for Shadow Esports to have to come back if they have been taken down like this time and again. They need to have Wing online for the turtle fights, for the team fights most of the time, but it's gonna be the lore being secured again. This time around 12-minute lore. It's still gonna be okay, but it's very dire for Shadow Esports to defend this. They should not trade out any turret for this lord. They should try to defend. They should play for Wing right now because he still got the damages done. But the thing about the builds and the goal already onto the hands of Anti-Vegetarian is that he cannot burst down them that much, even with the Holy Crystal. He's going to be needing at least a Divine Glaive for the penetration, because look at the lineup so far for the side of Anti-Vegetarian. 4 of them are tanky tanks, and they are solely dependent on Budo, and Budo is going to be the one who should be taking them down. So I feel like Shadow Esports, especially Lemon, he should focus on Budo and try to remove him out of the equation so that they will be able to win the team fights. And this is also already very hard because the front line, man, how can you get past through this wall?
Even though, I mean, Jushin is there against the utility jungler, but it's more like the synergy is not working for Shadow Esports at this
Mm.
point. But believe me, the Lord is coming in, and the Zaman Force popped up. Unbelievable
Oh,
clutch play from Adizzy. He finds a way for the fish crack onto two people. AOG comes up as
Lemon.
well. They're defending their way onto the Lord. Look at Una Joy. He's going for the previous fight at this point. In the
Haruka.
meantime, we can see that damage coming in unstoppable for Ruyu, and it will be Adizzy falling down with the true damage coming in by the last Insanity. There are not much minions though, but look at that, the Blood Oath. At the same time, he goes back in the super zone. They're locking down the base at this point. Sliver of HP is dealing out a lot of damage with the base. And the immortality popped up. Ben Foden grabs up a kill as well. There will be a Sky Piercer piercing out a double onto Haruka. Immortality popped up. Ben Foden is the one surviving there. Recall spamming. Shutdown happened though. But it is over. The Knights are falling down. Anti-Vegetarian will be giving a reverse sweep to Shadow Esports to grab on the slot on the semi-final to become the fourth team of the glory of the Throne of Dawn to entering into the semi-final. Congratulations, Team Anti-Vegetarian, for the reverse sweep.
Amazing setups, but for the MVP for now, Ash, I feel like it has to be into the hands of Unajoa. Lapu. I feel like he's more well versed onto the fighter gold lane rather than the marksman gold lanes because he wasn't able to do anything with the marksmen that he was having into the previous game. But onto the Natan, perfectly well. But onto the Lapu too, he goes for the setup, he goes for the rotation, most of the time able to out rotate Wing because of course he's the fighter, right? He'll be able to sustain anything. And Wing, meanwhile, he has to be careful on his position most of the time again and again. And the thing that Buddha was actually very fat and there was no one who can actually go into his backline and try to get him down. Haruka did try, man. Haruka tried into that last fight where he was actually the one joining away Budo and he was actually sustaining a lot of those shots coming through from a well-built KB already. But the fact that they still had the damage into their side for the hands of an anti-vegetarian, this was actually amazing that they were able to hold that long and get all those damages done. But SDES, man, they should have had that early game into their hands. If in this kind of lineup, when you do not have that early game combination, this is definitely going to be in dire. And I feel like this is more into the capitalized by anti-vegetarian instead.
Fine. It's totally fine. It's more like, I mean, mistakes happen. You're gonna rectifying it soon, and you'll be coming back stronger. All the best, Shadow Esports, for the future journey. Wherever you goes, play it well, and do, I mean, bring up this mistake out from the game, of course. And with this, congratulations to another time. I mean, again, I'll congratulate Team the Anti-Vegetarian for the massive, intense play they did in the last two games and secured the spot for the semifinals. And time comes up, guys. Need to wrap up the series, and we'll goes back for and we have to wait for tomorrow because the semifinals are kicking in. So, guys, stay tuned with us. Come back tomorrow at the same time, and you'll be getting the all the schedules and everything just by following up our Insta handles as well as our YouTube, subscribing it. So, guys, do give your support, and thank you so much for joining in. Thank you so much for watching. Love you all. Me, STZ with Debbie, signing off from Throne of Dawn Season 1, powered by Miko Gaming Official. Good night, everyone. Sabak here to all of you. Peace out.
will be the beacon through these turbulent seas.